am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Alright. Gotta fix up everything now, set up and get ready. Good morning. Is it morning or good afternoon? Yes, this is Manning's Man, and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. After my recent hiatus, I am back, and this is going to be a good one today. I am telling you, I am super excited, but as usual, haven't been with you for quite a while. You didn't see me on Sunday, you didn't see me on Monday, but I am up and running on this Tuesday, the 20th of December 2022. The year is coming to an end. Wow. 9 more days and we will be on the verge of a brand new year, 2023. Oh my word. And guess what? We have made it. Yes, indeed, people. 356 days. And we are alive and above the earth. Gotta give thanks. You gotta give thanks. I forgive praise if you know you're alive today and you're blessed that your life been changed. I forgive praise if you know you're alive today and you're blessed that your life been changed. Give praise. Yo, we are alive. We have life. We give thanks for that every day. We look to the hills from whence cometh our help. Our help come from the Most High God, who created the heavens and the earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. And he that keeps me, he never slumber nor sleeps. Why do the heathen rage? I fear not, for the Most High is with me. Can destroy this flesh and bone, but you can't touch the flesh, the soul. Can destroy this flesh, but you can't touch the soul. I know where my hope lies. I don't have it all, but I know the one who owns it all. bless up, grateful for family, for friends. Yeah, I have some challenges on the rock, but we're blessed most high for this nation. We're not the worst, but the most high God rules and reign in the hearts of mankind. Up and running. Yep. So, heal. Blessings to you all. So, big up to every person. Listen, all of you who are here. Let me have to big up 3 persons, right? The entire World Cup staff and I Am Sure Sports, from Brian to CC to Deemo to Pioneer to Sir Speed to Sir Huntley to Devon Porter, Manningsman, Chris Lynch. Yo, the entire works, Pioneer, the entire works, all the people who hosted program. People don't move. I must. Yeah, man. So all of those persons, I have to give thanks to them. So listen, people, you have to help me, Christmas will come. I'm a one we are. So here's what we want to do. You see, we need to get some super chats and some super stickers. And here's why. You see, all of those persons, they did such a good job that I want to be a blessing to them. You see, you, the fans, you appreciated them. We carried every single game of the World Cup. I don't know if anybody else did that. Every game we did a watch along for. You understand me? Sacrifice, gave up time and effort to be here. And we want to be a blessing. Not money, man. But they don't really need it, But we want to show our appreciation. So you understand me? If you contribute, that contribution goes towards getting them something. I don't know. Maybe a couple of ice mint or a couple of Wrigley's or Winter Fresh or some bug juice, But anything. Kiss cup, some kiss cup. We don't know what it is, but you don't know. Yeah. So big up Christopher Carroll, El Granero, Dave the Strength, Christopher Wright, yeah man, up on running. Yep. Indeed, our Redeemer lives, man. So bless up to all the people them. So right now, sports is transitioning back to the EPL. Arsenal at them. Yeah, Arsenal at them. I'm coming at you people. Those who underestimating Arsenal. Oh, they're not playing nobody yet. Oh, wait until January. Oh, fairy tale. Oh, we will see what the Arsenal have in store. JPL kicking off again tomorrow. We're going to talk about that as well. Yes, indeed. The NBA, my New York Knicks are 17-13. They are in 6th in the East. We're going to be talking about that. The NFL. Patrick Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes, is my quarterback still, High time they rate Lamar, but the Baltimore thing, they're not to cut it. But so New York are my teams. I don't know which NFL team you support still, but you're done. Yeah. Understand me. So anticipate a lot of great things happening over the next few weeks on the program. We'll be having some very interesting stuff going on and happening. You understand me? Yes, indeed. We are blessed indeed. All right. So big up the persons on the chat already. All right. So people, what is your take on the World Cup, man? What does this make Messi? Is he now greater than Pele? Greater than Maradona? Are there many goats, or is there one goat when it comes on to the sport of football? No soccer, football. Who is the goat? Who is the goat? Is Messi the goat? And what makes him the goat? Is Pele the goat? Is Maradona the goat? Or are they all goats? I don't know. What say you? Who was better at the World Cup? Messi or Mbappe? Yep. Those questions are going to be answered. Then we have a very special moment today. There is a fellow. He goes by the name Deemo. He has a case that he's going to be presenting to you. And the case is very simple. Very simple. Luis Suarez is better than Thierry Henry. That's his case that he's going to present. He's going to tell you why Luis Suarez is a better footballer than Thierry Henry. Now, I know some of you are already saying that he must have hit his head. No. He says he has enough information and evidence to present his case and make it very solid. We shall see. But until such time, we are going to show you some stuff. The first thing I want to do this afternoon, is look at what this is based on the SOFA score ratings of the players in terms of power ranking, value to team, and all of those things. I see Christopher with a question there. We'll find out, Christopher. All right. So they selected a team of the tournament, and what they did, right, based on the power ranking, they had to create a formation that could have facilitated the players with the best power ranking, right? So the power rankings are, out of 10, how many points did you have on average from the beginning of the tournament to the end of the tournament? So the teams that are more successful in the World Cup would have had, meaning semifinals and quarterfinal teams would have more players, right? So these are the SOFA score power ranking team of the tournament in a formation that is favorable based on the rankings, the highest ranked players. All right? Make sense? All right. This is not management team, but I'm in agreement with some of the names that are on it. So I'm going to present that to you, and then you can, we can dialogue and see if this is right. Did they get it right? I think this is it right here. So we're going to go from goalkeeper. All right. So they use a 1-4-1-4-1. So one goalkeeper, obviously, 4 in defense, 1 holding mid, 4 across midfield, and 1 center forward. So these are the players that consistently had high rankings in the World Cup. They had the highest rankings from the start of the tournament to the end of the tournament. Not a one match, but over all the matches that they played. So consistently, they performed in the 7 bracket, 7 out of 10. All right. Big up, man of God, Christopher Carroll, for the super sticker. There you go. That's what we're talking about, people. A lot of respect. And I know some of you, more of you are going to do that. And here is Brain Drain with another one as well. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Jason, you still don't call me yet. Or was I supposed to call you? I don't even know. I don't remember. All right. So it's kind of funny, right? So Brain Drain goes to the team in green, the school. He supports Calabar. So he gives a blue sticker, which is representing the school of Christopher Carroll, I think, right? So Christopher Carroll supports Brain Drain supports Christopher Carroll. All right, so tell me that this is a Croatian goalkeeper. He was voted, according to SofaScore, the most, and this was published on the 19th of December. If you look on your screen, the bottom right-hand corner, you will see it says published 19th of December. So this came out after the finals. All right. So I was supposed to call. Oh Lord. All right. I was supposed to call. All right. Text me. All right. So just when the show is finished, please just text me so I can remember. Although I have a class to teach, to lecture, but it shouldn't be long. So call me. All right. So in goal, you have Livakovic, the Croatian goalkeeper. Are you in agreement with his selection? And this is again based on Croatia's first game to Croatia's last game, which is a game for third and fourth place. All right. That's one. They have in defense, they're using 4 in the back, right? Daley Blin, 7.38. In fact, he is the highest ranked of those in the defense, the back line. Harry Maguire of England, 7.34. Kanote of France, 7.32. And the Croatian right back, Juranovic, 7.13. How does that look? I think Fresh God, Varane missed a game and Varane had some low ranking. Like he got some 6-point odd in a couple of games. And I think that happened. Listen, people, England never lost a game except for the penalty shootout loss. So it is not Holland only lost on penalty as well. I want you to realize that. Up and corner miss a couple of, so I want you to realize that when you look at this, remember this is not management, so I'm trying to just justify. So when you look at it, the teams that really never lost any games have players in there, except when the games went to penalties. And you know, the penalty shootout sometimes in terms of ratings, it is separated from the actual game itself. Like they don't include the penalty shootout as overall in giving you the ratings. So when you look at up to 120 minutes, Harry Maguire played on a team that didn't lose a game. I think Deemo is getting ready to join us, right? Same thing with Danny Blin. Kanote never played in a game that France lost. Same thing with Juranovic. So, but we are going to select our own team. Oh, yeah. France beat England, no? Yeah, with Harry Kane missing the penalty. Big up. Good one, that Tennessee. Yeah. Penalty. Extra time, right? I don't know. Deemo has disappeared again. Where's Deemo? All right. So I see some. So what we are going to do, we are looking at their team, and then we are going to make our own team and see which team is better. What say you people? We are going to make our own team, right? So this is their team. We are going to make our own team given what we saw from the eye test. All right? So there you go. So that's goalkeeper and the defense. They have Casemiro of Brazil as the CDM because at the end of the tournament, he has the highest ranking as a CDM, 7.50. Are you in agreement with Casemiro in that position? Talk to me. Should Casemiro have made this team? Was he that good? As a CDM in this competition, Brazil lost on penalty and lost to Cameroon. Casemiro makes it. That's a team. All right. So let's move to the 4 midfielders, and then we are going to pick our team. So let's go to that, right? All right, midfielders. Out of 4. There you go. So let me just give you the front line. Bruno Fernandes of Portugal. Cody Gakpo of the Netherlands. Griezmann of France. Mbappe of France. And Messi of Argentina. All right? So, what say you? Are you in agreement with that team? Or there are several changes? How many of those names? So I see Brain Drain saying too many should be in over Casemiro. All right. Oh, I'm not seeing Deemo. I know you're here, but I'm not seeing it. What is going on with the camera, Deemo? Oh, there you go.
You hear me?
I'm here.
You
I'm hearing
me,
you.
man?
Finally, we're hearing you and seeing you. I don't know what was going on over your end.
Listen, this is saying that it's having trouble connecting because of unstable internet. So I'm not sure what's happening.
Oh, what that means
but
is
you
that
can hear me now?
Yeah, what that means is that your internet is not stable. That doesn't mean one. I don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what is happening. Tell you what is. Eh?
I'm saying I'm not sure why it's happening. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure why it's happening. Yeah.
All right. First question for you before I allow you to make your case. Do you agree with this 11?
First, let me say good afternoon to everybody. You know, big up everybody in the chat and big up yourself, by the way.
First, and then let me just say this. Big thank you for the time you spent doing the World Cup with us. You understand me? People continue to speak about the tremendous work that you did. And I don't say this lightly. I think you should. Okay. Deemo is gone. Again. All right. So I only see one change. I see Fresh God also saying, I'm not sure. Fresh God, you have to tell me who you take out and who you put in. And then we are going to make our 11. So this is the 11. Let me go through it again. This is the 11 that they selected. This is not Man is Man 11. This is the 11. There you go. That is the 11. Are you seeing it? Hope you're seeing it. Livakovic, Blind, Maguire, Kanote, Juranovic, Casemiro, Mbappe, Griezmann, Gakpo, Fernandes, and Lionel Messi. What I will say is that this is a good side, a good team, right? A good team. Very, very good team. What say you people? All right, you're back again, Deemo.
Yeah, I mean, this is ridiculous. But Spectrum is here working on some stuff, so I guess that's why it keeps chipping out and chipping in. But I changed location, so it should be good. Should be good.
Okay.
Yeah, so you were saying something about the World Cup?
Yeah, so number one, first I wanted to say a big thank you for your time spent on the show during the World Cup. You understand me? Really, really appreciate it. And a lot of persons, seriously, they really believe that you're very good at what you do. It's not a joke, it's not trolling, but I know it's not something that you enjoy doing. But just to let you know that if you need a side job, it's something that you should consider.
I appreciate it, man. I just for the love.
Man. All right, so this team on the screen, right, Jason Gona, it is the Sofa Score team based on the players with the highest power ranking. So what they did, they ranked the players from their first game to their last game. And those who have the highest ranking in their position, they created a formation that would facilitate them, which is 4-1-4-1. And this is their team, all right? We are going to make a team afterwards. So, Deemo, what is your thought on this team? Do you have any challenges with any of the names in it?
Let
me go back from the goalkeeper. There you go.
And
That's the
it's based off the sofa scores.
yeah.
I mean, if you're going to use that, then I guess you can't argue with it. But I wouldn't use it based off scores. Sofa scores. Konate didn't play all the games in the World Cup. Um, for instance, Blind is going to probably have a higher ratings because he played less games, and he probably had a couple more good performances than probably say Theo Hernandez, who had a horror show in the finals. He wasn't that good, but he was brilliant before that.
And he
And
wasn't good against England either.
yeah, I mean, I can't take them thing. I wouldn't go with that team based off scores,
All right.
um,
What about
especially
these? What
because
about these? What about these four players right here? Do they deserve a position? Because I've heard a lot of teams without Bruno Fernandes, you know.
Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes ended the tournament with the highest sofa score power ranking.
This is a ridiculous team, if you ask. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. There's Bruno Fernandes can't make a team of the tournament, boss. That's ridiculous.
Wow.
How can he
Really?
be like? How can he make a team of the tournament? Like he never like he wasn't. I don't get it. There's no Modric in that team. No, I can't. No, no.
All
This
right.
makes no sense to me.
All right. All right, people. So here's what we're going to do. So that is their team, sofa score. So what we are going to do, we're going to use Squad Builder and we're going to make our own team. All right.
Wait,
So
yeah, do that after?
yeah,
Because
man.
remember
No,
last
man. I'm going to
time-
let you go. So what we're going to do is that I'm going to ask the people to listen to Deemo because he has a case that he wants to present. All right. He's going to present his case, and then when he has completed that, I'm going to look at the formation that you have chosen. All right, the formation that is more consistent. I would go 4-3-3, but I'll see what everyone else says. Pick a formation, and then we are going to pick a team of the tournament on the show. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing this, and then going to give Deem on the screen by
No,
himself.
you have to give me the screen. Yeah,
I'm going
that's fine. You know,
yeah.
put by myself.
All right, so people, listen to this reasoning from Demo.
Yeah, and I mean, you can say whatever. All right. So this isn't again big up to everybody. This isn't something that I have just come up with. This isn't something that I find non-debatable. I just think that it has been swept under the rug for too long, and so I want to make the case here, and I am sure sports that be it resolved. I am sure that Luis Suarez in his prime was a better, and hear my words carefully, better football player than Thierry Henry. Be it resolved. I'm not saying anything about greater, where you win, all of that stuff. Be it resolved that Luis Suarez in his prime was a better football player than Thierry Henry in his prime. Right? And just to show you, this isn't no joke. I have my stuff here and all of that, everything. All right. So just give me a second. So before I make the case, right? I like to explain stuff. And so for me, the mood is clear. First of all, I want to define what I think is prime, or what the definition of prime is, aka the peak of their performance at the top of their game, or the best and at the top of their level. So that's what I see prime is. The peak of your performance at the top level of your game, right? And so once you speak of prime or the peak, this is for a short period, because well, it's not forever. Basically, your prime is not forever because you can't do your prime forever. So you can stay at your prime for so long and no more, right? So once you reach your peak, there's only down from there. So when you reach your peak, that's it. You go down from there, you can't go no higher than your peak. So how I want to define this is, I'm going to put it like this. Performing at a consistently high level under the most challenging circumstances in the most difficult situations. I wonder if you're hearing me. Let me say it again. Performing at a consistently high level under the most challenging circumstances. And I hope everybody keep that in them head. All right. So make sure man is man, you record the part there. I'm gonna say it for the last time. Peak or prime performance is performing at a consistently high level under the most challenging circumstances. All right? And so make we get into some numbers here. It would be ridiculous of me. It would even be a debate for compare both at their optimum level, right? In terms of numbers. Because where you would have Suarez's prime, in terms of where you perform numbers wise, is prime numbers, you definitely have to go 15-16 Barcelona. Because he was ridiculous. Like ridiculous. So we can't compare Thierry Henry in the Premier League, which was his prime 2002, 2003, that season with Arsenal. You cannot compare that prime with Luis Suarez prime numbers wise when it comes to that, because it's not a debate. Suarez was unhuman, right? He had a 83 goal involvement year that year. 53 games, 59 goals, 24. It was a ridiculous number. So we don't want to spoil the debate with that. That's a joke. Yeah? So bearing my definition, what's that? That's for me.
No, that's not for you. Brain drain. What is wrong with you, man?
So using my definition again of performing at a consistently high level under the most challenging circumstances, we want to go to the Premier League, because both would have played in the Premier League, which we believe is probably one of the hardest leagues to perform. Yeah, and obviously the champions. But we want to use the Premier League, right? I don't want to use La Liga, because obviously Henry went to La Liga too, And we can say, oh, him did lose it and him did injured and all of this thing. But he went there too, and he wasn't close to what Suarez was when he went to La Liga. All right. So let us go to the numbers in the Premier League. So Henry's prime, 2002, 2003 season in the Premier League. 37 games, 24 goals, 20 assists, which gives you a 75 minutes per goal involved, goal and assist. So every 75 minutes, him record either a goal or assist. Yeah? And in those 24 goals, he scored 3 penalties. Zin? Let's go over to the man now, who people laughed and scorned at me for saying Suarez was better, right? So 2013-14 season, Liverpool FC, Luis Suarez, 33 games, 31 goals, no penalties, 12 assists, and a 68-minute per goal assist ratio, which is a record in the league, by the way. A record. Now, for me, stats aren't everything. I'm going to look for a pretty soon. I'm going to go back away. Stats aren't everything in football. But what that has just shown me is that statistically, missing 5 games, Suarez missed the first 5 games of the season, right? And still went on to score 31 goals and have 12 assists. Yeah? And Henry played 37, so he missed 1 game, and he had 24 goals and 20 assists. And so stats for me isn't everything, but stats when you're defining the comparing two attackers, forward players, is a vital part into assessing their ability. So remember my definition again, guys. I'm gonna go back to it and tell you. Performing consistently high level under the most challenging circumstances. Now, where the challenge come? Because the numbers, we're not gonna argue numbers all the time. Let me tell you some names. Think about these names. Think about these names for a minute, people. John Flanagan at right back. Lucas Leiva. Joe Allen. Steven Gerrard going down in his career.
I like it.
Jordan Ibe. Moses. Victor Moses. Coutinho bursting out on the scene. Raheem Sterling just coming out of the academy. And Sturridge, injury-prone Sturridge, who just finding some form. And a man called Iago Aspas. Those were the guys, people, that Luis Suarez had to play with. Now, if you want to talk about challenging circumstances, playing with those people in the Premier League, if you want to talk about challenging circumstances, let me tell you something. To play with Lucas Leiva and John Flanagan and Sterling out of the academy, listen to me. That is what I call challenging circumstances. Me, I tell you that right now. Compared to, do you want us to name the players that Thierry Henry played with?
Yeah, man, go ahead. Make a case, man. Make a case, man.
No.
Because by making a case, you realize that you defeated the whole argument. So go ahead.
Finish. Okay. So, we're not going to name all the players, the Freddie Ljungbergs of this
just give
world
us,
and
just
the
give us.
the years and all that. We're not going to name because they're running out of time. No money, just want to make the clear, man.
Just one thing. Just give the people the other persons who played up front with Henry.
No. We not. Why was it up front? I didn't name up front players.
Yeah, I
named people in the squad.
Okay.
So the Patrick Vieira's and the Freddie Ljungberg. And remember, I said to you, Thierry Henry had 20 assists that season in his prime. No, tell me the players.
How much Suarez had? 12?
Suarez had 12 assists.
So Henry had 8 more assists.
Yes. So I'm saying to you now, if you are pulling up the likes of that was the best Sterling ever played coming out of the UK Academy and burst on the scene. Right? Suarez made that happen. Sturridge had one of his greatest ever Premier League season because of Suarez. Zin, Suarez brought the best out of players. We had 12 penalties that season, and Gerrard kicked every one of them, 11 of them, and give Sturridge one. Imagine if Suarez was on penalty. Remember, this man missed the first 5 games and dragged Liverpool to a slip away from winning that Premier League, right? So I am saying this as I look to close because I need to go, right?
Yes.
If you perform that consistently, I remember after he left, because now I'm bringing the Barca team, we are talking about the Premier League. I remember after that he left and got turned at Alien, yeah? But if you want to talk about performing consistently under pressure at the highest level, you're looking at Luis Suarez. The man can salad a mermaid. A mermaid and have foot. The man salad everything we walk. The man dribbling ability was next to none. Him have the most unreal goal compilations you can.
Well, look like we have lost Deemo. You have heard his case. People, I can destroy all of those arguments easily, but I want to give him a chance because he says he can prove it unequivocally, uncontested. It makes absolutely no. Oh, he's back, right? Yeah, Deemo, go ahead.
Oh
Deemo.
my gosh. So yeah, you were the last couple minutes,
Yeah.
right? As I look to close. So as a human being, Suarez is questionable at most, right? And I'm telling you, the reason why Suarez, despite his unreal numbers, were snubbed from personal awards and all of that is because of him as a human, the whole racial stuff surrounding him, the biting of people. That was the only reason why Suarez was snubbed of certain awards. So when the man did what he did at Liverpool and not even get mentioned in our team of a year and all of them stuff there, and he get fourth in the Ballon d'Or and all of these things, like It's just because of his personality. So when you think about it, people, as much as you don't want to just put it out on the mind, what Suarez did at under the most pressure playing for that Liverpool team compared to what Thierry Henry did, it is shark to cheese. All right. So as a person, Suarez is questionable at best, but never get it twisted. Never. Luis Suarez in his prime is I'm not gonna say by far, is a better
Well,
football
chocolate.
player.
No, you have to say by far.
Is a better football
No,
player
you have to
than
say by far because you say it's chalk to
no,
cheese.
no, no, hold on, no, hold on.
Chalk
Is
to
a
cheese
better
is far apart, brother.
listen to me now, so we will finish. Luis Suarez in his prime, and let me give you the definition of prime again. Performing consistently at
Oh,
a
hey,
high
Deemo,
level, at a
Deemo,
high level, under the
Deemo,
most challenging. So don't forget
Deemo,
that part. Under the most
Deemo. What I
challenging
am saying to you, Deemo,
circumstances.
all I'm saying to you, right? And you have made your case. I'm not going to challenge you because I'm going to let others do it. But the one thing I'll say is that you cannot use, and this is what I said this to you before. Your definition says performing consistently. And then you have picked Luis Suarez
No,
season.
them prime.
Yeah. The prime is performing. The prime is to perform consistently.
Yes, in their prime. So the 38
No.
game season, that's what their prime was.
Demo, listen to me now, man. You said the definition of prime
Yes,
is performing consistently.
yes, at a high level.
So, Demo,
Under.
let me finish now.
But you have to stop it at one part, man. His man say everything what me say.
No. The mercy. Yeah, all right, you did. So, but just to give you one thing that they're going to use to shoot down the argument. Not me, but if you said doing it consistently, a season cannot define the prime in and of itself. Because that don't represent consistency.
We are break up.
A season in and of itself cannot determine your prime. If the word consistent, if the word consistently is used in it. What Thierry Henry did that season, he did it consistently. Did Luis Suarez have a season before that?
Yeah.
Did he put up the same numbers?
Yeah, but man is man.
No. Just yes or no, man. Did he put up? No. Did he put up the same numbers this season? Did he put up?
The thing can't read like that.
No, man. Just answer, no. Just answer it first, and then you give me the explanation. Did he?
Hold on, no, but I can't argue something when me not argue.
No, but I'm not arguing anything. I'm just asking you a question. Did he
Luis Suarez has been prolific since in breakthrough at Ajax and then at Liverpool.
No, here's what I'm saying. How many seasons did he play at Liverpool?
2.5. So
his first season, was he as prolific?
No, but that wasn't his prime. No.
All right. Remember the depth. Anyways, Deemo.
Management. Hold on. Because we know.
Yeah.
So listen to me. A prime, like I said earlier in my statement, earlier in a statement, like I said, a prime does not last forever. It is a short period, and then it's down from. Remember, finish. Then it's down from there. Yes. So his prime started at the Premier, which me a judge both people. Zin, when that season came, yeah. And I am saying to you, in order for me to make this flood out Thierry Henry, I cannot extend the prime when him go to Barcelona because it would have flood Henry, and this wouldn't be even be a debate.
So no, but you're not here's what I'm saying though.
No, let me just finish.
So here's what you have done, right? You spoke to me about his performance at Ajax, right? That was cut before coming to Liverpool.
Yeah, can you ask about it?
Just let me finish. He was very prolific at Ajax when he came to Liverpool.
Yeah.
His first season at Liverpool, because he was at his prime from Ajax, not at Liverpool.
No, he wasn't at his prime. Man, the definition of prime.
No, listen
Was
to
he
me.
playing in the highest conditions, in the highest? No, that's not your prime.
Demo,
Would
Demo,
that be
Demo,
your prime?
Demo, 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 Demo. You cannot start. You cannot start at his season when he
Let,
scored.
let
And
me read the definition for prime again, because you don't know what
no.
your prime
Demo,
is.
Demo.
Yeah.
Anyway, and this is not for me and you know. That's why I don't want to
Because
call you.
you struggle badly. Because I am
Yeah,
saying to
struggle.
you,
Demo, man.
man,
Yeah.
I am saying to you, man, because I really have to leave, right?
Mm.
In order for this to be a debate, right? I am using prime performances at the highest level for Thierry Henry in the Premier League and Suarez in the Premier League, right?
But you
At
cannot
their
use
prime.
because what I'm saying to you, Demo, but that is inconsistent.
No,
Demo.
no,
Then,
because
yeah, but
consistently it
yeah,
has to be
all right,
over
all right. So
30
Demo, here's
years.
what
You
I
know,
am
if you're going to
asking.
use
Hold on.
Champions League,
I'm asking you one question.
mm,
What is the point I am making? Because you keep telling me no.
because you're saying I can't use that as the prime because it's not consistent. And I am saying to you, it is consistent because it's a over 30 game period. That's when their prime was in the Premier League.
No. Demo. You cannot use in estimate because you're talking about people's career and in defining a person's
I
Demo,
am
God
not
have
talking
mercy.
about their career.
Demo.
I'm talking about their prime,
Demo. Let me go back to the Demo.
the prime of their career.
Demo. Let me finish now, man. Let me
Yeah.
finish. All right. Because you see, here's the thing, Let me not like them thing, because go. All right. So because I need to find your
Yeah, but we
original.
can't tell you what it is. If you have to search, we can just tell you. Come, I have to go back upstairs. So that's why I better tell you. Be it
You're not
resolved.
giving me any time to talk. You keep. All right. Say what you want to say. You go. Then
The,
go.
the point was, be it resolved that Luis Suarez in his prime is a better footballer than Thierry Henry in his prime. That's the mood.
Yeah. But you want to. Let me finish. You want to define when Henry's prime is. And right fight. So you go ahead. Let me finish.
And me define it. And me define it in prime. His prime was 2002 to 2003.
No, what I'm saying, Demo, but that is what I'm saying. You're wrong.
Oh, that wasn't his prime? Oh, well, tell me when
So
it's
listen, Demo. Here's what I said about Suarez. That is the beginning of Suarez prime. Did you say that?
No, but that was in relation to a different question where you asked me.
So that's what I'm saying. You need to hear my point, because what happened is that you're not hearing my point. Thierry Henry, what he did in that season, he consistently did in the Premier League. What you have done, let me finish. Let me finish. What you have done, you have taken his highest stats and said that season, listen to me, Deemo, you have said, because this season he scored the most goal. Listen, Deemo, and in this season he had the most assists. That season is when he was at his best. Watch this. And I'm saying to you, his prime is this. He consistently did that.
No, he didn't.
Oh, what?
No, he didn't.
Here's why you're saying he didn't. Because he didn't score the same amount of goal next season.
Man, you not understand what I say.
No.
That's why I'm saying, now listen to me, If I am supposed to do what you are doing now, to say he consistently did it, then this is no debate. Because Suarez went on to Barcelona and go do a madness. He went in the Champions League and go do a madness. Henry went to Barcelona and he flopped.
So here's what
close to what Suarez did.
Here's what he did. So here's what I'll use to show you this. How many seasons did Thierry Henry have at Barcelona?
3. He scored 19.
How many?
Almost 9. Not all of Henry goals was 9 less than Suarez had in one season at Barcelona.
So let me help you. So let me help you with some stuff. Here's what I want. Me just help you, because there are many comments. I know you have to go back to work. Here's what I want you to do. Check the other goal scorers around Henry at Arsenal. So Deemo, let me finish, man. No, so let me finish. Let me finish, right? So here's the thing you have to understand, Deemo. The context of your team determines the amount of goals that let me finish. The amount of goals. Here's what you said. Injured. What's his name? Sturridge. Just coming out. Sterling. Coutinho just coming onto the scene. Gerard, Ibe. In other words, no other person on there who can score goals except Suarez. So watch this. The primary function of Luis Suarez playing in that team down the middle was to score the goals, because he was, according to your definition or explanation of the other players, they were not up to quality to score goals. The Arsenal, let me finish. The Arsenal team with Thierry Henry didn't need Thierry Henry to score goals as prolific as Luis Suarez. Didn't.
Boss.
No. Does that make sense to you? First,
It does not make sense. Because no,
we can't read the football with
down the mid. Wait, no.
We can't read the reason football
No,
with you.
no,
We
because
can't read the football with you. Say that no make no sense.
wait, no. First of all, you're saying Suarez played down the middle. When Sturridge was playing in the team, he was the one who played down the middle.
But you just said that he was always injured, so where was Suarez playing?
I said, injury prone Sturridge. What do you mean? He never injury prone all. Wait, talk about. He never injury prone that season.
Anyway, do your thing. I'm going back already. Preacher
Like,
just said to you. You're a preacher said to you.
Yeah,
The prime age is usually between 25 to 27.
Oh Lord. I am not debating prime age. I am debating prime performance.
But I am saying to you, Deemo, you can't say prime performance and use one season.
What is you want that in a boss?
Me?
Yes,
Me?
you want it because if man is man. If this is supposed to go, if
Let me ask you about the season, Luis Suarez season before that, and you totally said no, him start the season out.
Hold on, man is man. Because I am saying to you, if this is supposed to continue to what they did from whatever age to whatever age, this is a non-argument.
Oh,
it
so
is
you're
a
saying
non-argument.
that.
I am saying, let us be fair, right? I'm going to explain this at the start. Let us be fair and use what they did at the highest level with what they had in the Premier League, which we see as one of the top leagues in the world. Let us use that. In order to do that, Henry has never done what he did numbers-wise, right? For that Arsenal team in 2002, 2003. And Suarez has never done that. So let's match up those things, right? And then put in intangibles, because numbers alone can't do it. So I'm gonna understand where you if you want to stretch this out, it is done.
Deemo, listen what I'm saying to you. If you're going to use the Premier League to judge both players, you cannot say Suarez's first season and the half season cannot be counted when he was the same age.
But I can based on the moves.
No. Just listen to me now. He was at his prime age.
No, I didn't say mention about age, boss. Prime performance is where I deal with.
Deemo,
age?
Listen to Deemo, because
are they even similar in age in terms of age-wise?
Deemo, I think you're not. All right, so here's the thing. You see, here's where you and I have a difference. At this none. When you think about prime performance, again, you keep on singling it out to that season when a player has his best stats in comparison to when another player have their best stats.
But you're saying the opposite of what I did, man. If I was doing that, I would have used Barcelona's Suarez to team.
No, but you can't do that. You know why you didn't do that? Let me tell you why you didn't do that. Why you didn't do that is because it's two different leagues. So you can't. That is why. That is why you couldn't do that, you know. You couldn't do that because Suarez was playing in a different league.
In his prime age, regardless of the league.
All right. So you're saying, so let's bring this on, because listen, you cannot discuss a person's prime and bring one season. And when you're discussing these things, Deemo, you have to also put it in context. So watch this. Do you know that your goal ratio would significantly reduce, right, if you are not the primary goal scorer, though you are the best player?
Yeah.
Okay. So Henry in that Arsenal team, go back to it. and check the other goal scorers
I
around him.
went back to it. I went back to it and I saw that he played with elite players who went on
Yeah,
then to go be
no man,
invincible
no man. So
compared to what Suarez
you're
did.
missing the point I'm making
So
though.
even though he might not have needed to be a goal scorer,
No,
which is
no,
the point you're trying to make.
no. I didn't say he didn't need to be a goal scorer, right? So number one, Prime cannot do one season, right? You and then number two, you can
No,
determine.
your prime performance is one season.
Yeah, Prime.
Like what you're saying, I mean, understand your prime
Your prime
performance.
performance cannot be one season, Deemo.
Wait,
If it,
wait,
what I'm saying,
38 games.
Deemo. All right. So in football, your prime season
Mm-hmm.
cannot be measured in my.
Give me the number then, man. I have to go leave right now. Give me the numbers of when is your prime season. How many seasons? 2, 3, 4, 5?
You have to do it. You have to do it over a period of time. You
And
can
I am
you can
saying to
determine that.
you, but you
Yeah.
see, you answer my
It
question. Now,
can't be one season because it says consistently. And
I am saying to you,
yes,
and I am saying to you, if this is supposed to continue, it is a non-argument because he left Liverpool, went to Barcelona, so you cannot then
all right.
compare
So
them
I'm going to
because
compare.
it's
Of course.
the
All right.
perfect
So here's what
case.
I'm going to do. I'm going to compare Suarez from his time at Ajax up to the time when he came to the Premier League. Let's do it that way.
Why would you do that?
Okay, that is how I want to do it.
No, but may I ask you, why would you do that?
Watch this. I'm going to take his age from Ajax to that season at Liverpool.
Yeah, but you're not answering why.
No. So I'm answering you. Here's what I am going to do. I'm going to take Suarez's age at Ajax up to the point when he left Liverpool. And I'm going to check from Monaco time for Thierry Henry up to his time at Arsenal and match them up.
Okay, and I'm saying what for what end? To what end? What does that prove?
Because
that's not your prime.
Here's what you're doing. You are conveniently deciding that though Suarez was performing well and consistent at Ajax, that was not his prime.
It wasn't his prime.
So when was his prime?
I just said when his prime was.
When was his
prime performance was, and I am using the Premier League because it's the highest level, was 2013-14. And this is only because we don't want to embarrass Thierry Henry.
What?
That is it. I am supposed to stretch this out and say, oh, same prime continued onwards into Barcelona. Like, it's like you cannot compare it. That's what I'm saying. So let us be fair across the board. Man, not even bring Champions League into this, right? Let us be fair across the board and say when their primes were in the Premier League. Zine, and I am going to use numbers wise.
What age Suarez came? What age Suarez came to Liverpool?
I don't know about the ages, man. I don't know, but I tell you, I don't know because that never.
No. What age? You don't know what age?
No, I'm not study people age. Age not have nothing to do with nothing. I'm talking about prime performance.
No, Deemo.
I'm talking about prime performance.
But in football, Deemo, let me teach you. Look, you're a cricket man. You know that there's
I have to run, man, because you make me oversee my lunch time.
Go on. Yo, we have to go finish it. We have to finish up this. All right, people, I want to help Deemo to understand that you cannot say prime and use one season and not mention people's age. We all understand that there's a period of time that people say you peak. And that is why most players are sold during a particular time. They are sold. So I like I don't know. But Deemo says he has laid out his case. I was just asking question. He says that nobody can challenge him, nobody can defeat him on this matter. All right. He says that it is chalk to cheese. Chalk to cheese, meaning Thierry Henry is nowhere near Luis Suarez as a footballer. Because at their prime, which is between the age of I would say 24 to 28, Luis Suarez is a better player. He says he's not saying greater, but is a better. Apparently, you can be greater, but not better. All right? That's his thing. we're not going to have the conversation because he's not here. All right, to finish it up. But if you have your comments, you can call in and let us know. All right. I see Mr. Before the Game here says, Manning's man, there is only one goat, Pele. That is the other question on the thing. How many goats are now there? How many goats are there? There you go, Christopher Wright. It would be easy if the man said his best season. Big up Baggio. Big up Baggio. All right. So before the game says there's only one goat, and that goat is Pele. All right. Are there many goats? Is Pele a goat? Maradona a goat? Messi a goat? Is there goat number one, goat number two, goat number three? Or is there just one goat? Where is this? Where is this argument? How many goats are there? And who is goat number one? Who is goat number two? Who is goat number three? Deemo says, Deemo says, Bradred says LeBron is the goat. And Tom Brady, he is also a goat. Okay. We're talking about football though. I guess people are going to say, Usain Bolt stands alone. He is the goat at track and field. Male track and field. All right. Is there a goat in female track and field? But we're not going to get to track and field. But who is the goat in football? Brain Drain says Pele is the goat only to people of a certain age. What age group is that? Ricardo says there cannot be one goat. How many goats are there? So if you say goat means greatest of all times, right? How can there be more than one? Big up, Baller Boy. Baller Boy said Messi is the GOAT. Oh, jeez. All right. This one says people seem to be affected by recency bias, which is before the game. We're saying that is why some will say. But you can call in people. The number is running on the screen and to make your case. Manning's man has his position. All right. Denviline says Diego Maradona is the GOAT with bias. Every generation claim their GOAT. Oh, this one says there's a GOAT for every era. But if there's a GOAT for every era, so GOAT for the first 10 years, GOAT for the second 10 years, GOAT for the third year, fourth year, then who is the GOAT of all GOATs? Because there must be GOAT number one. I think there has to be more than one because Pele is in time. No, Messi just proved his case. So I'd say 2 for now. So there's no Maradona for you, Christopher Wright. Whoa. This one says, round number Suarez being better than Henry is not that crazy of an argument. He has more goals and assists than Henry over his career in less games. All right. And that's an Arsenal man saying that. Long time people calling Messi a GOAT, which goes against recency bias. All right. All right. Big up Kevin Lee with the super chat. The man said Messi is the GOAT. All right. So where does that put Pele? And Henry is better in my humble opinion, but I have a clear bias as Henry is in my top 10 all time. Okay. Somebody saying here, Pele never required a hand of God. Just some God bless skill. Yo, big up Baller Boy. Listen, I need somebody to call in and tell me why the person is the GOAT in your opinion? Or you want me to pin the link and you can join the stream? I'm going to pin the link and you can also join the stream with your video and all and talk to the people. Or you can call in. You can call in and share your views. Who is the GOAT in your estimation, and why is this person the GOAT? Why? Why are they the GOAT? All right. So that's the link. We're going to pin it so you can jump on to the show. All right. And please remember to hit the like button. You understand me? And don't run for the sea. Big up Ryan LSC, saw him earlier in the chat. All right, so let's go through some more of these, right? This one says, if I was Pele highlights, it put me, if I watch Pele highlights, it put me to sleep. I think that what that means. If there is more than one GOAT, here it is. 1, Pele, 2, Garincha. What? 1, Pele, 2, Garincha, 3, Eusebio, 4, Maradona. Whoa! No GOAT, but on a football pyramid, Pele, Maradona, Messi are top of the pyramid. Okay? God bless you, it says, Sir Mannings, good day. 1 GOAT, all the others are kids. Only 1 GOAT. Pele, 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 Pele. All right, sir. Before the game says, how can Messi be a GOAT when he won 1 World Cup and Pele won 3? I am sure sport. If you could be 1 footballer, who would it be? Hey, listen. Honestly, if I could be a footballer right now, I'd want to be Pele. I would want to be Pele still. I want to be Pele. If I were going to be, yeah, I'd want to be Pele. But call in, man. Share your views. Sir Mannings, Pele the GOAT. All others are good kids. But I want to hear why. You have to give reasons for your answer. The GOAT debate has more to do with your age than actual picking the best player. Messi will be GOAT for young generation. Pele and Maradona would be for an older generation. Good point. Pele is the GOAT because he won 3 World Cups and have many other team and personal accomplishments. No one here would want to be the Pele. What? If I were going to be a footballer, I'd want to be Pele, brother. Pele might be the most overrated player ever. Only Santa Claus. Bridget, man, you come on the attacking of Bridget. What fallacy? What fallacy is this? You mean that only Santa Claus is more overrated than Pele? Are you serious, Bridget? Ishmael, what do you mean that Pele has never proven himself club-wise? Is it what do you mean by that? So South America had the best footballers at that time. If you had top 10, 8 of them were in South America playing in club football. How do you mean he never proved himself at the club level, Ishmael? Watch it, Ishmael. Pele in the 1960s are Pele playing against people today. No, what you must do, brain drain, is the people today playing in Pele's era. Do that as well. There's a line between a goat and a goat kid. With all due respect, during earlier years of television, football, I guess, was only entertainment on TV. So Pele was a must-see with the unique skill and repping the underclass. For me, Maradona is the GOAT. All right. So, okay. This one says Pele is like Will Chamberlain, overrated because of era. What? One say Will Chamberlain overrated. Whoa. Pele has to be the number one GOAT. Messi second, Maradona third, fourth, R9, fifth, Zidane. Okay, that's a good list. Big Deal says, brother, this World Cup set for Messi, hands down. I think Big Deal is saying that the World Cup was fixed. I think that's what he means by set. Like that sounds like some conspiracy theory stuff there, Big Deal then. All right, so you saw the team that we did earlier, right? Remember, people, if you're watching, please hit the like button, and we are still saying that if you want give a super sticker, super chat, so we can rewards for the persons who work with us throughout the World Cup, right? Bill Russell overrated, not Chamberlain. That man was a big and strong human with great skills. Big Deal Len is saying that some of the penalty. Really, which one of the penalty was unfair, Big Deal Len? Ishmael said he'd want to be Messi. But let me show you. So can we build a team? Remember, we want to build a team as well. What formation we using? 4-3-3? 4-3-3 we using? Yeah? 4-3-3? So, who... Yeah. So, you saw their 11. We are going to pick our 11. So, let me share I'm going to share it with you, and then you tell me if you are satisfied. We are going to pick our team and see if it is better than the Sofa Score team that was picked. All right. So there you go. We're using 4-3-3. That's the formation we're using. Let me make sure we can see all. All right. 4-3-3. Okay. So let's go, people. This is the best 11 of the World Cup using the 4-3-3 formation. You saw the team that was originally selected by SofaScore based on their power ranking. Are we okay with the Croatian goalkeeper being in goal? Are we okay with the Croatian goalkeeper being the goalkeeper for this team? Is he the top goalkeeper, or is there someone else that we would have in goal? Or it is the Croatian goalkeeper? All right, so let's go. I think the Croatian is the goalkeeper, right? I think it's Livakovic. All right. There you go. Who are the two center backs? They have a center back, Harry Maguire, and they have Canote of France. Who would be your two center backs? All right. Some people are saying Thibaut Courtois in goal. Is the goal? No, the brain we're talking about World Cup. The last 11 that we had up was the Sofa Score 11, Jason, based on the power rankings, and they had the same goalkeeper in goal, Livakovic, right? So let me bring it up a little higher so you can all see it. There you go. That's him. All right. Who are the two center backs? They had Canote and they had Harry Maguire. Who are the center backs? Saez and Gardiol. All right. So I see some people saying, GVARDIOL. Let's see. And size. All right, let's see if we can get his name. Let's see. Name Sayed. Roman Sayed is his name. Roman Sayed. Let's see if I can find it. Roman. Romain. There you go. That's him right there. All right. So those are your center backs, don't it, people? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Sayed. All right. Yeah. All right. So now we go to who is the right back? Who is the right back? So let me bring down these so we can have. Oh, it's not going to come down. Who is the right back and who is the left back? Hakimi. Yes, Hakimi. Hakimi was one of the better right backs, indeed. Hakimi. What? Hakimi. Here we go. All right. Left back. Who is the left back? This is Hernandez. What? Theo Hernandez? Really? Theo Hernandez that was destroyed by England? Never played well in the final. No, sir. Anyways, I work with it still, you know. All right. So we need a number 10. I think we can say Antonio Griezmann. Let's use Griezmann. I think Griezmann is the what? All right, let's see. Let's come back here. See if we can find Mr. Griezmann. Tony Griezmann. All right. Anthony. T-O. All right. T-O-I-N-E. T-O-T-O-I-N-E. All right. So that's Griezmann. Let me see. Hernandez can't make this team. Sosa. No, sir. Sosa can't make the Taffy. No, sir. Blind that left back. Somebody says blind that left back. All right. We're going by consensus. You know. Them say Theo Hernandez. Theo Hernandez are true, man. I don't think you're ready for this yet, Theo. Yeah. D-mid. Who are the two midfielders? We need a box-to-box and a CDM. Does Bruno Fernandes make it? And Casemiro? Or is it Amrabat? Or is it Modric? Or who makes it? Modric, Amrabat, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes. Too many. All right, some people saying that Modric must be there. M-O-D-R-I-Z. All right. Okay. Well, one man who has to be here is Mbappe and Messi. So we have two more slots left, people. Which two will make it? Come on now. Two more slots. Bellingham? What? Bellingham? Who is the next winger? I see somebody saying somebody says Saka of England. Bukayo Saka. And I see Chua. All right, let's see. We need to find Chouameni. Somebody's saying Chouameni. Is that the name that should be there? Is it Chouameni? T-C-H-O-U-A. T-C-H-O-U-A-M-E-N-I. All right. So, Casemiro. Hey, you see now, so many names coming in. So, we can start taking out people now who we think by consensus, but we have to get some consensus. So, all right. So let's go from defense, right? Let's make it bigger so you can all see it clearly. So this is our defense, right? Who should be taken out of this defense line? This is the wrong says, but it's the only one that is available up there. Yeah. Who should be taken out of this defense? Are we satisfied that those are the four best? So let's work with me, people. Are we okay? Oh, that is the right say. Yes. Play for Wolves. Yeah. Morocco, right. So somebody's saying that Emi Martinez really had some poor games, you know. couple of poor games, you know. He saved some penalty, but his average was not better still. So should this keeper stay? Does this keeper deserves his spot more than Martinez? All right, so let's work with this one. They're saying that Emi Martinez. You're going to have to lose Emilio Martinez. All right. So there you go. Martinez in goal. Somebody says this man must be out and Canote must be in. You see it? We're not going to pick no team, you know, because no matter who you put in, somebody says Saka must be out. So there you go. All right. Is that defense line the defense line, or we must change? All right. So I think more people are saying that. So we're going to put back the Croatian, Livakovic. More people are saying that he should be there. So we're going to be fair to the people, Livakovic. Yeah. Yeah. I think more people are saying that he deserves it. Though Martinez won the Golden Gloves, that's because he probably was in the finals. All right. Some are questioning the amount of games that thing they played. Yeah, but Daley Blind was the best left back in the World Cup though. In midfield, all right, let's go to the three midfielders. All right, do these three deserve their spot in midfield? Chouameni, Griezmann, Luka Modric. Somebody saying that Jude Bellingham should be in there. All right, somebody saying, Jason Guna is saying that if there's any Frenchman, it should be Varane. All right, so let's put in Varane. Look who's here! France! The Seed Sports TV. Who should Bellingham go in over? Who in this? Oh, who out of these three Bellingham was better than Ricardo? All right, they're saying that Canote should be out and Varane should be in. Rafael Varane. There you go. All right. I'm working with you, people. All right. Chouameni. Okay. All right. I hear that Chouameni is out. Somebody is saying that, yeah, Chouameni can be out, but not Bellingham. Amrabat is the man. Rabat. Yo. What about the forward line? Are we okay with these three in the forward line? Oh, they're saying Cody Gakpo. I don't think Cody Gakpo had a better time than Saka, but that's a work with the people them still, All right, people. Unseen.
Yes, man is man.
Talk to me.
About?
World Cup, man.
We lost. Everybody saw France last, Played 80 minutes.
All right, I hear that Saka. Hold on, Unseen. I hear that Saka stay. Saka from England should make this team.
You asking me?
Yeah. Over Cody Gakpo as one of the wingers and Mbappe, Messi, and Saka.
Ooh. I think Zayach had a better game than him.
Zayat! No, sir. Zayat should play better than Saka in the World Cup. Not even Gakpo.
Yeah, man, I think Zayach play better
No,
than him.
sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Zayach had more impact in the
The
tournament.
man don't have one goal. I don't think he has one assist. He can't make the team here. Can't make the team here. No, but go ahead and talk about France still. Because I don't think you're really ready to talk about any other team yet.
I say, I think it is my son. Oh, anyway, we played 20 minutes of the game. I don't know what affected the team, so that we didn't come out of the dressing room. But all in all, I felt happy with the late performance and give us a chance in the game. We went down to the lottery penalty shootout, which can go to anybody. And before I reached the penalty, I said to my friend that once you go penalty, Argentina gonna win. I don't see the confidence in the France team coming into the final. And so said, so done. It's one of those things, great performance by the youngster Mbappe, wonderful performance by Messi, and the other players on the Argentina team. It was a complete performance from the Argentina team rather than a couple players turn up for France, and that's how it goes. That's how it goes in football. Everybody have to turn up when it matters most. Man is man. One man turn up for the France team, and couldn't do it alone. And that's how football is.
Okay.
But I still felt like the flu had a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
felt
that's
like
the penalty, but the flu never really affect them in the penalty shootout.
No. But I'm saying though.
You're saying that if it wasn't for the flu, it would not have gone to penalties?
No, not penalty. I would say that we play better.
Okay.
As in, because if you look at Varane, first I'm seeing Varane really like when Varane made certain tackles like him upon the ground, like him breathe hard. You can see him body up be different. Most of the players them. Yeah. And because of that, I think the goal that what's his name? When Messi score.
Yeah.
Normally in that step quicker than that, and the person that get the offside there. So you understand me? Late.
One of the things I realized though. So even when I know that Argentina was a team thing. Most people are picking a team at the tournament. It's just Lionel Messi and some of them have Martinez in goal. That's it. I think some try to squeeze in Alvarez. But when you look at the other, if you put Messi down the middle, then Alvarez can't make it.
The difference, man, is that the team, the players were inconsistent right through the tournament. They just turn up for this game. They turned up for the last game, you understand? But they weren't that consistent for the whole tournament.
No, man.
So if you're going to pick at...
Yeah, right. No, man, go ahead.
So if you're going to pick a team for the whole tournament, you have to pick the best players from, consistent players from each team who, dominated.
Yeah.
Like Amrabat.
Yeah, I would say on the team, the players who you can't take out, Messi, Mbappe, Griezmann cannot come out.
Yeah, Griezmann was on one bad game,
Those three players cannot come out. You can take out anybody else, but you can't take out those three. I think those three are almost Hakimi. I think Hakimi was the best right back throughout the World Cup. I don't think any other right back
I
was
mean, I
better
think
than
I
him.
can't take out Connect. I'm a Frenchman and Connect perform better than Brian, for me.
Okay.
For me.
The Argentinian Alistair or McAllister cannot make this team over Griezmann.
No, sir. Never.
Griezmann did everything for France. I can tell you that.
Defend, attack.
Yeah, man. No, man. Yeah.
The amount of ground goal him win. And you know, say even at the game though, man, him win a whole heap of ball same way. And him had a bad performance at the final.
Yeah.
Him recovery and win a lot of balls same way. Just them either connect going forward.
Yeah. Yeah. But this defense line I think is good.
But for me though, I just think Connect had a better performance than Brian. What you say?
I think so. I think that Ibrahim Kanouté, he played less games, but I think he was better. Honestly, I thought
Yeah,
he was one of the better.
Or
Centre
Konate,
back.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ibrahim
Kanouté. Yeah,
Kanouté.
yeah,
Kanouté, sorry.
yeah. And you can't drop Madrid, man. Madrid played well. You understand me?
The battle will be Amrabat and Tushimini.
Too many.
Too many, yeah. That's the battle there, no?
I see
Anyone can play for me. Anyone can play for me.
Yeah.
Because Amrabat already scored a goal now, but Tushimini score over him.
Bellingham was inconsistent.
Bellingham can't make that team. Yeah. Who's the Fernandez? From where?
Argentina. Enzo Fernandez.
Nah. Amrabat, Griezmann, Madrid had a better tournament than them. We can't just look at one match, the final only.
I think I can rate this team, you know. Let me see if I can rate this team and see potential ability. Oh, you rate it now. I think there is something here that I can actually. Okay. Where is it now? Squad bin. Let's see if I can find it. Where can I find it now? I want to see if I can find the potential ability of the squad. All right. That is to compare the players. All right. So look at the ratings of this team. Look at the individual ratings. You see? Some high numbers them here.
Yeah.
That's in 98, 90, 73, 84, 86, 71, 79, 68. Guardiola have the lowest ranking. I guess because he wasn't popular coming into the World Cup. You understand? Yeah. But you know, what about Otamendi? He was the best player in a very strong Argentina. Otamendi, the amount of goal Otamendi gave away. Otamendi let back teams into the game a couple of times in Argentina. Otamendi was poor, man. The two Argentinian centre back were poor, no. Ramiro, Otamendi were very, very, very poor.
What Chris Wayne said, Otamendi have a walking red card.
I think of the top teams, the two worst centre backs are the Argentinian centre backs. Yep. So the World Cup is over unseen. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, it was a well put together World Cup. Big up the host Qatar, did a wonderful job. Getting the stadium ready. Enforcing the rules of their country and stuff like that. You really see nothing disturbing and stuff. Outside of the World Cup that can affect the show and stuff like that. So you have to give Qatar and the authorities a round of applause. The quality was good. We got a lot of suspense. A whole heap of different teams turn up. Would call those teams the one that should have lost their games, and some of the big teams drop out from early like Germany and Brazil, and you know, small
Yeah.
teams send them packing from early. You know, let them take the jet and send them home. So it was a nice one, and you know, hopefully the 2026 one can live up to this expectation. Even the final was, you know, breathtaking. You know, a lot of people said that this final was the best one. Um, I don't know if you agree that this final was the best one. 'Cause maybe you watch a lot of World Cup final. You know,
No, I think this is the most exciting finals we have had from I've been watching the World Cup. For me, I don't know a lot of those older games that you watch them and stuff, but in terms of since I've been following the World Cup from 19, I watched 86, and from that time coming up, right, this is the best one that
okay.
I've seen in terms of the final and what it was like. Intense. I mean,
What do you say? Little Moses say, boy, this was easy for Argentina, don't it?
easy? No, man. It wasn't easy.
No,
It
I
just,
say,
what I'm
little,
saying,
little most.
what this showed me is that how great a structure they have there in France in terms of their football. The fact that they can have so many players out and still get to the final and put on such a show, having even ailments and still do what they do, it just shows you. And this is a young France team because France can come back with Kanute,
Dembele.
Dembele, Coman, Mbappe, Chouameni,
Even
Kamavinga.
Griezmann can come back.
Kamavinga can come back. What's the next centre back name? Upamecano, Saliba. I mean, Thuram,
Pavard.
Thuram. No, Pavard all man.
About how much?
Pavard all no man. The and Coco who didn't play. I mean, they have so many players that they can come back to the World Cup with
Pogba can come back too.
Pogba, and stuff. So they have a lot of options.
Kante can come back too.
No, what wrong with the unseen man? Content a third. What wrong with you, man?
Kante at 29.
Unseen, go check your thing and stop guessing, man. Go check your thing and stop guessing, man. Not do that, no man.
All
Not
right,
that.
man.
Not
Don't
that
worry
yourself.
yourself, man.
Where do that for, man? Deemo.
Google it.
I think Deemo has joined. You check it now and find out, sir.
Deemo, and a Deemo, brother, and a Deemo.
Oh, sorry, Ryan. Ryan. Ryan, I don't see. Sorry, bro. I Liverpool thing, me see. Yo, when you don't put
Well,
up
I have a few things more to ask. You, Mannings, man. Good afternoon today.
Kanti a third one. brother.
Unseen, big up yourself, brother.
So-
Good afternoon
so
to the panel. Beg your
Go
pardon?
Yeah, man. No, man. Go ahead, Ryan.
So I'm going to
Listen.
test the Pavard at 26.
Who is the best defender in our Premier League this season?
This season, the best defender in the Premier League, I would give it to William Saliba.
So why him can't get a game in our France team?
Because him young, him man just 21, man.
No, I'm glad you're honest, you know, because you see them Arsenal fans, and I tell them every day, say, Saliba is better than Kanate, brother. And him haven't been starting for Liverpool because of injured. Going into the France team, the best defender in our Premier League can't get a game. Come on, Mannings, man. Leverage to the thing, brother. Kanate better than Saliba, brother. You get what I say? Yes.
How you come to that conclusion based on the Premier League? The two of them playing in the Who is better in the Premier League this season?
Because Liverpool have two big defenders.
No,
Kanate can't get in the game. Arsenal only have one good defender.
No, man. Here's what I ask you. Who is better in the Premier League, Saliba or Kanute?
Of course, Saliba, because he has been great this season. But I'm talking about better player overall.
But you can't say him better in the Premier League, given us him playing at the
Him
Premier League.
better because him the Saliba and more farm management, man, more farm and him play more game.
All right.
Kanate has been in and out because of injury.
All right. All I'm saying is that I want to see Kanute in the Liverpool team over a period of time. In the Premier League, for me to say that in the Premier League, he's better than Saliba. Right now,
Most of the biggest game them for Liverpool, Kanate, have to start for Liverpool.
me no business. Right now, in the Premier League,
All right, you're going to see it
Saliba.
in a long term. You're see it long term,
Right
man.
now, in the Premier League, Saliba is ahead of Kanote.
But Kanate better than him, though.
Eh?
But overall, Kanate, where you say Frenchman? Because you're a Frenchman. What you say?
No, man,
You're the
Kanate
tiebreaker.
a big defender, man. No, big defender. You
Fresh,
can see
Fresh
that
guy is
record.
asking about Martinez from Manchester United. Is he better than Kanote and Saliba?
No. Yo, a lot of people don't. You see, when Liverpool are play against a bigger team, then Kanate have to start in a Liverpool team. You see, next year, Kanate will play a whole heap of game once him fit. See, at the final, most big game Liverpool play. But anyway, bigger thing will come for.
You're saying, though, that the reason why Kanote can't start at Liverpool is because he's injured. And if he's not injured, he would consistently start.
Yeah. No, if you check it, most of the time him play, him get a whole heap of game, man. But once him can keep injury free, he will play, man.
Okay.
Bro, the man big, the man fast, bro. You see the impact him come make for France, bro. Him solid, man. Man, I go around him, man.
Jason Guna says, in the eyes of Deschamps and Ryan, Kanote is better. But the eyes of every other scout worldwide, Saliba is better. What? Hold on. Deemo, you know, finally, their careers will prove it. Deemo, you know, some really realize, Deemo. Me think you are a reasonable youth. Deemo, you know, you really not like, me realize now, Deemo, I'm convinced that you don't like Arsenal. The best defender in the Premier League comes from Newcastle. Which one of them defender at Newcastle better than Saliba this season, Deemo? Tell me. Who? Burns? Sharp?
When's the burn? I'm Batman.
Batman? Yo, me got Ryan, make a point here, man. Me done with Deemo here, man. Make a point ahead. LFC, you're muted.
I can get a phone call, man.
Yeah. No, Deemo, me can't agree with you with that, brother. Me can't agree with you with that. Saliba, you cannot have the team that have one of the best record defensively in the league, leading the league, right? The center back has been one of the persons who's instrumental in that. And then you're going to tell me about Burn. No, Deemo, man. You know, like Arsenal, Deemo. Me just convinced. I guarantee you, say you have players better than Saliba, better than Odegaard too, and better than Saka too in the league this season. I bet if I ask you, Deemo, you would have no Arsenal players been good this season. Me don't talk to you, Deemo. You don't have no objectivity in your reasoning, man. Ryan is back. Me go on, Deemo.
Yeah. I'm back.
Yeah. Man.
So you say now, we'll move on from the Kanate thing.
Yeah, you see, I have some bigger things. So go and run a thing now because me have a bigger thing. Boxing day, me have to thump down somebody there. Thump down West Ham, you know. And stretch.
Bro, I know West Ham if you thump down, brother. Oh, you could have thump down Croatia. You never win the World Cup. Talk to me. Talk to me, Brazilian.
You can't talk to me now because you not even come out of your zone.
Yeah, but man, which one of them more hurter? You're so closer to win the title than me know me never have no chance because I come out from group stage, but you beat up everybody and then you come and lose to Croatia, brother. Jeez.
Man is
Take
bad.
your man. Take your lip. Anyway.
Golden child can't cuss nobody, they can't trouble nobody.
Yeah.
All right. So, bigger thing. The Thierry thing. Where are your stance on it, Mannings, man?
Thierry Henry, man, in the Premier League is better than Luis Suarez.
Oh, so what Deemo say? Suarez is better than Henry in the Premier League?
Yeah.
No, Deemo, no. I think overall Deemo I talk about. I think overall Deemo. Me did think overall, but
But
Suarez
when
still,
I
you
say
know.
overall, if you say overall, you know, and yet Suarez win the World Cup. Thierry Henry,
No, we're talking about individual player, you know. We're talking about individual player.
he talk up. So if you're going to look about individual, if you talk about individual accomplishment, of course Suarez scored more goal than Henry.
So who would I say the better player? Overall, the better player.
I still give Henry. Let me tell you why I give Henry. Let me tell you why I give Henry. And I keep telling people this. Henry was not what you call a number 9. Suarez was a number 9. And generally, number 9s score more goal. Generally. So it is expected that Suarez goal scoring tally would serve if you have Messi on one side, Messi on one side, and you have Neymar on the other side. You're going to score way more goal. Henry was not just the goal scorer at Arsenal. He was also the facilitator. Henry was the one who brought through like Van Persie and those players. So when you look at it that way, Henry Henry overall game is way ahead of Suarez, brother. Way ahead. Heading, free kick, facilitating, hold up play, back to the goal, from the flank, cutting in, left or right.
They're all over.
Henry actually bring through Van Persie and a lot of the players when he captained Arsenal. Came through as a youngster, leave from Monaco, come Arsenal and take it. So I understand. So I have to put Henry above Suarez. Now, if you're going to say to me, Suarez for more goals, then
when Arsenal buy Henry, it's never from Monaco and buy Arsenal buy him from.
Where was it?
Juventus.
Yeah, Juve. But he started out at Monaco, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he started out at Monaco, went to Juventus, and then Arsene Wenger bring him from Juventus. Cause he never get no game at Juventus. You understand? He never get the game at Juventus.
Juventus for 16 games, man.
Yeah. But Prime Henry in the Premier League, Suarez. I would say if a one season Deemo attack, I would give Suarez it, but if overall where them in the Premier League, I think Suarez spent 2.5 years at Liverpool. You understand? And I think him score 84 goal for the 2.5 seasons, similar to that what Fernando Torres at Liverpool. But overall as a better player, as a better goal scorer, I would give it to Suarez still.
A better goal scorer?
Yeah, man. Suarez is a better goal scorer than Henry.
All right. So, all right. So if
Suarez is more lethal in front of goal.
All right.
Sharper.
What I'm saying to you though is that the role of Henry is completely different. In other words, Henry has always been the facilitator of those around him. Suarez has is Henry a better goal scorer than Michael Owen and Alan Shearer or what's his name, Cole? Those guys stay in front of goal and score. What Henry was able to do, I'm telling you, is that he played on the flank and had somebody else going down the middle. He played on the right. He played on the left. He played in false net. All of those things he facilitated around him. So you'd find that his assist numbers are very high in every season. And what I'm saying, Ryan, as well, is that he consistently performed at that level. The moment he came to Arsenal, up until he left Arsenal, he was consistent. in the amount of goals that he scored. Consistent.
And he flop at Barcelona.
What you call flop?
Him made the impact. Suarez is the second leading goal scorer.
What age did he go to Barcelona though?
I don't know, but I think I probably about the similar age that Suarez go. Suarez is the second goal scorer, you know, a Barcelona history, you know.
Oh, what age?
I think that's second or third, you know.
Frederick.
Suarez.
All right, go ahead.
Suarez. Everywhere Suarez going to make an impact, big impact, major impact at Ajax when Liverpool bought him. When him leave in Liverpool, when him leave Barcelona, he make a big impact. Remember, Suarez outscored Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo in La Liga, you know. And then they take a boy to that, you know, and tap the assist chart at the set time, you know.
That's true.
What may I try to find out though? Because here's my thing, Ryan. When Henry went to Barcelona, you remember who was there with him? Who were there? Wasn't Eto'o there?
So the man in a big ball on me.
Yeah, man, Eto'o he did it when Henry did it. I think Eto'o he did it when Henry did it.
Was Zlatan there as well?
I think Zlatan he left and go AC Milan, you know.
When Henry came, we need to remember when Henry was there, who was there. So I am saying to you,
but really and truly still in a management. Him no make him only Arsenal alone he make an impact, brother.
Yeah, because
Suarez got Ajax, Liverpool.
That's what I'm saying, Ryan. So we have to use. Go ahead.
But I mean, I know Suarez. One thing I mess up Suarez's reputation. Whenever I'm name mentioned, is that English. But otherwise, from that, brother, Suarez, bro, the man are elite, brother. No, you cannot call the top. You cannot have.
I did not say
the best striker for the last 30 years. Suarez up in there. I know you not say that still.
But man is man.
What Deemo says is that the comparison of Suarez and what's his name? Jeez. And Henry is chalk to cheese. Henry no nowhere near Suarez. That's what chalk to cheese mean. I can't understand how Henry flopped at Barcelona when he went there at the tail end of his career.
He never make the same impact when he make a ass away name there. So him not get no whole heap of game, and we never get no whole heap of game at Barcelona.
But that is my point. So how you going to say him flop?
Yeah, because I'm never good enough to start every game. Suarez rough up thing, brother.
Do you know that Suarez went to what age did Suarez go to? What age did Suarez go to Barcelona? That them thing they have come with, you know. All right, so let me give you. When did Henry go to Barcelona? Oh,
but you know, say Suarez at the other days
in 2007, right? And he remember him never stayed long at Barcelona either, you know. In 2007, all right. How old is Henry? I'm going to tell you what age the man got there. Because people could have tell me that, you know. How old is... I like check them things, you know. I want to make sure I don't want to give the people them. Find it. Thierry Henry. All right. 77. So right, he was 30 years old. 30 years old. Right? So the man got Barcelona at 30 years old unseen. At 30 years old, what players are doing?
I'm telling them career that man.
Prime that man, a prime. When they need 30, you reach your prime.
When did you send Bolt retire, brother? You reach your
man
prime.
Is man.
Listen.
When you reach as a mature athlete.
No, brother. At 20.
29, 25.
Man is man. Listen up.
Brother,
in your peak. when they really mature as a footballer, 28, 29, 30.
No,
Also,
Ryan.
25
Them
go
can
up to
they
28.
decline. After 28, you start declining.
25 to 28, brother.
No, bro, no.
But I'm going to ask a question, man. I'm going to ask him a question.
Bro, Suarez, to me, Suarez make a more bigger impact
Go and try. I ask you a
than
question.
football than
Go
Henry.
No, hold on there. Ryan says Suarez make a bigger impact on football than Henry. Henry win everything at Barcelona, you know.
Suarez don't win everything too.
So how you can exactly say two of them won everything? Henry won World Cup.
You know, say one thing alone Suarez no win, and the Premier League, and that's because Gerrard.
You know, because of Gerrard.
What you mean? A Gerrard sleep. A Gerrard sleep.
Man, may I ask him a question?
Management. Ansi. Well, Ansi. Now again, Suarez win Player of the Year, Player of the Season in a Netherlands, Player of the Year, Player of the Season in a Liverpool, for the Premier League, in a the Dutch division. Man got Barcelona, Player of the Year, over Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, top the chart assist over Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. Come on, man.
So
Suarez make a bigger impact. I'm not going to go all a club football, country football now. The impact we make a Uruguay is no joke. Go ahead and see. Over 500 goals. Leverage to this thing, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead and see.
All right. So it's close in the club football team. We are talking about the overall better player now from club to country. Would you say Suarez is better than Henry, club and country put together?
Club and country put together. Mm-hmm. No, but look at the players them that look at the players them Henry are playing.
You just answer
what may I try to tell you? Say, look at the players them that Henry playing for the France national team, and look at the players.
You have Diego Foyle and the man there, brother. And you come tell me about look at the players.
No, man, you can, bro. Foyle and Cavani are playing, but look who are playing in a midfield, who are service them most of the time. Most of the time, when Suarez,
the boss, you're going to answer unseen, but the Gunners boss want to talk to you. Gunners boss say, Ryan LSC, how many 30 plus years old at least you can name that are super prime in the past 20 years, other than LeBron, Tom Brady, and Messi?
Yeah, Wally, man, Zlatan. You can go on and on. Zlatan, Cristiano Ronaldo, Buffon. You can go, bro.
Buffon, you can't put. All right, Ryan. So when you talk about them players, you can't put goalkeepers in there. Goalkeepers best.
Because my boy play up until him 40 in a prime. I play well.
No, goalkeeper different, brother.
Okay.
Goalkeeper matures at 30. A goalkeeper's best year most times begin when he's 30 years old.
Okay.
And up to 34. With the players out on the field, you start. That is why your highest value for sale is between the age of 24 to 27. After that, your value start to go down as a player, unless you're like Lionel Messi.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, Deemo coming back to the stream.
Boy, Suarez tell Gerrard say you if it wasn't for Gerrard in our interview him that win.
Answer the question now, Lord, man is man.
Unseen I talk to you, Ryan.
You might run from the question and let him answer the question, you know.
Give Deemo, make Deemo run it.
He can't answer the question.
Unseen. I don't know if you heard my presentation earlier, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
And I don't know why we're arguing stuff that I'm not arguing. Unseen, what do you consider someone's prime?
When I reach 25, 28.
Okay, so you're going
after that, I think you're going down the ladder.
So prime is age for you. All right, so what do you consider someone's prime performance?
The prime performance?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have exception, you know. You have players who are very talented. You know, God give them a different, you know, for them
Yeah.
things last longer than other people.
All right. So let me tell you what the definition of prime is. It is your peak performance. So once you reach the peak, that's it. That's your prime. You go
Right.
down from there. That's
Mhm.
what your prime is.
Yep.
My argument is
Mhm.
we're comparing two people at the peak of their powers. What them do? Because obviously the career passed, then prime gone down. There's
Where
no
was
prime.
so Deemo?
Right?
Where
So we're
was Suarez
comparing.
at 24 to
No,
28?
man is my weight, me not talk
No, man,
about
no,
people
no. More
age.
give me those
That's
4
why I
years.
mean,
At
that's why I mean,
24, hold on. At 24, where was Suarez?
I don't know. I'm not
All right,
study them age with them did
no,
there.
me need to tell me. Somebody need to find for me where was Suarez at 24 and between 24 to 28. Give me where he was for those 4 years.
Wait, so wait, is that trying to say that somebody at 2019 can have a peak performance
At what?
at
At
19 years
19
old?
in football?
In
Yeah,
football,
you can
no,
have a
yes,
peak
that can.
You
performance at
you tell me
19.
one football who peaked at 19. Tell me
But who
No,
one.
was recognized?
No,
All
no,
right,
no, no.
you have
man,
to give me one.
Listen,
No, if you
man is
use
man.
that, you have to give me one. You have
boss,
to
Man is
give
man.
me one.
listen to me. No, we not argue two different things. I'm not
No, we
saying the
understand what
football
you're
was
saying,
peak.
Deemo.
I said it
Man
was
is
a
man.
peak performance.
Man is man.
Like you can't get no higher than that. That's your best ever performance.
It no
But what I'm
recognize.
saying
At
to you,
19, it
Demo,
don't
is
recognize.
All right, so fine, cool. So I am saying because Suarez is basically past his peak and his peak performance is and Henry stopped play. Let's compare them at what they did at their highest levels. No, to do
but
that, you would
Demo, what
you
I'm
would add
saying to
you
you,
would add
Demo,
these numbers.
this is the issue I keep saying to you, and you keep missing it. And you're saying we're arguing two different points. Fine if you want to say that. I am saying to you, for me, your peak, it can't it to at your peak, at your highest level, it has to be consistent. You want to say, okay, I'm going to use 38 games. I'm saying no, you cannot, because I have to compare. I can't compare it game by game. I have to compare it by season because it's a
Okay.
block of time.
Yeah,
So
but
you're
I
going from
understand that
24
man
to
is man, and that is
28.
why I'm saying no unseen and everybody else.
Yeah.
If we do that and continue, it will be unfair to Henry.
So be
Because
unfair
Suarez
to
then
Henry.
left
Give me what
Liverpool at
Suarez
peak
did at
and went
where
to
he was at
Barcelona.
24, from 24 to 28, and we're gonna match up what Suarez accomplished between 24 and 28, and what Henry accomplished between 24 and 28.
So no matter what league them did it.
It
So
don't matter where they
if
were. It don't
Suarez
matter
did
where they
it,
were.
so
If
if
Henry were
Suarez
playing,
was at Ajax,
if Henry were playing Jacks,
okay, and
Suarez,
that's
Suarez is ahead of him.
yeah, but
24, because
yeah,
I know in football, me don't know about cricket, me don't know about tennis, me don't know about boxing. But when it come on to football, a player peaks between 24 to 28. I want to know, because that is the period of time when players are at their absolute best.
so
Unless you're like,
talk about when he's 27.
unless, well, I know, unless between 24 to 28,
Okay.
unless you have exception to everything. So,
Same.
for example, Messi is like a special player. Messi is at a different level.
Cristiano
So he's
Ronaldo.
yeah. I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo, even Zlatan started declining. Lewandowski started declining. So whether or not they never reach that level again. So you have special players who
Modric.
go beyond. I mean,
Yeah,
listen,
but the fact you find exceptions of basically if you find so much
so
exception to the rule, basically you kill this argument for age.
no.
What?
What?
Because you
No,
just talk
you
about
can't
five
keep,
names
because
in it. You just talk about five names.
no. I said
So
to
Madrid, Messi, Ronaldo.
no. He called Madrid. What I am saying to you, though Madrid is still playing good football, what he was doing between that time, Busquets still playing good football, but this is not what he was doing between 24 to 28. He's not.
But man is
He's
man.
playing good.
But man is man. Tell me if I'm wrong. Deemo, tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
All right. So the data they're gonna use. I think the pundits gonna use data. So the average amount of players in the world who decline after 29 is greater than the average of players going over 30 and performing. So they're
Yeah,
gonna use
more than likely, yeah.
right. So they're gonna use that
Yeah, but that's what I'm
They're
saying.
going to use that. So
This is not
everybody,
about, but unseen. This is not about age for me, because I
true.
believe, like Management mentioned exceptions, you have players which is like Henri and Suarez, who we are dealing with right now,
But I am saying
who
no,
probably
no, no.
did
So
well
Henry
after
is
that
not that.
age. You get
Henry
what
is
I'm
not
saying?
in that. No, Henry is not in that. Henry started declining after he peaked. Him not in
Right.
that. That's why he looks up. That's why he
How
didn't.
old? All right, fine. Since you're gonna use your age, right?
Yeah.
I want you to check in the 2002, 2003 season for Arsenal, when I believe that was his prime performance season in the Premier League. What age was he? Right? Tell me
No,
that. Can you just work out too much
but
you know and you go
Demo.
back?
All right, so Demo,
Yeah,
this
so,
is
mega
no,
tell you
no,
that age there, I'm mega tell you Suarez age
no,
during that
no,
time
no,
and then
no,
mega
no,
come.
Demo, you're still missing the point. I'm telling you, you see, because you have to stick to what you're doing. So you're not going to listen. Here's
So
what
why
I'm
you know
saying.
when we do that management?
Because here's what, Demo, for me, and I'm going to say it again, I cannot use a season and say, all right, based on this game and this game and this game and this game in one season, 38 games. So he performed at his optimum. Because guess what? Here's why. Here's why. I would have to go through every single game that he played to see who played better. What I can do is say, listen, no, let me tell you this. Here's what I can do. Between the age of 24 to 28, Suarez played 20 games. Henry played 20. During that time, during that season when generally, footballers are at their best, over that 4-year period, here is what Suarez accomplished. At Liverpool, Barcelona, Ajax, he accomplished this. Thierry Henry at Arsenal or wherever it is, here's what he accomplished. Based on that, I would say Suarez to Henry is chalk to cheese. What I cannot, let me finish. What I cannot do is say, listen, all right, here is Henry's best season, because this best season is when he was at his peak performance.
That
Because
was his peak performance, yeah.
how do you determine that though?
Because it's when he did his best at the top of his game.
No,
That's when
listen,
you do your best.
listen.
Statistically, that's when you did your best.
Demo, listen. All right. Which World Cup did Messi score his most goals in?
This World Cup we just done.
Hold on. Is this Messi's peak performance?
In the World Cup, yes.
Good question.
In the World Cup, yes, of course,
This World
easily.
Cup. This is
Messi wasn't better than this in 2010. He wasn't better than this in years gone by. This is his best World Cup, easily.
This is Messi's best World Cup.
Yes. Is that a debate? The man have 7 goals, how much assists, and was there in one of Argentina's victories.
Demo, listen what you're just saying.
This is Messi's best World Cup.
Demo, just listen. Listen, Demo. So here somebody just find the stats. All right, let me just give you certain things, right? So one got to Barcelona at 27, one got there at 30. But follow me.
Yeah, we're not. So them 3 years apart.
Yeah. So follow me.
Okay.
So follow me. Scoring your most goals and having your most assists in a season does not constitute your peak performance. That is
Tell
us what constituted. Because obviously I didn't use that alone, I presented a lot of other things. So tell me what's constituted your peak performance.
That you're able to consistently produce then that.
Man, it's bad. All right, so I'm going to go away again. But like I say, because this is a road in a circles. Let's say this again. I end it right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your peak performances is your best performance during a season consistently. Zine, in the Premier League, just to be fair to Henry, because he went to Barcelona at an older age, I don't want to add that to say it continued. So they're 3 years apart. Zine? So I don't want to stretch it over. So I'm going to say, let us be fair to Henry and use the Premier League. So let's use them peak performances in the Premier League. 38 games.
No. You're not using peak performance. You're not using their peak performance. You're using their best stats in the league.
No. That
You're
is
saying
not no.
Demo,
Because
Demo,
I
here's what I'm saying.
presented
Demo,
management, the
Demo,
team
no,
that
but that's what
Paris
you're
played
doing.
in.
Demo, you're saying that based on their best stats, this
No,
is your
that's
peak
not that's
performance.
what you are saying. That's not what I am saying.
So,
Because
so
I mentioned the
answer this
team
then.
that
Answer this.
Paris played
What
in.
are you using to determine
I
that?
mentioned
Hold
it
on, hold
already.
on,
That's
hold
what
on,
I'm
hold on, hold on,
saying.
hold on, hold on. What are you using to determine that 2003, 2004 was Thierry Henry's best year in football?
It was
What?
his peak year in football.
What
Stop
do you?
using that was his peak year
What are you using to determine that?
because of his numbers in goals, his numbers in assists, and how influential he was in that team
But you
in what he
can't
did.
use that.
Why you
That's
cannot
what I'm
use
saying to
it?
you.
Him do
Because
better than that.
Demo,
Why you cannot use
scoring
it?
the most goal don't make it
It's
your
not
best
about
season.
goals and assists.
But
He
you
was
just
very
said that.
involved as well. Wait, them finished second the year. It's not about goals and assists.
But that's what you're saying.
He was very
All right,
influential
I'm
in the
seeing.
team. Obviously, I understand.
But all right, Demo, yo,
Like,
But Demo, may I hear I say I use
Jesus and
statistics.
peace, yeah,
yeah,
man.
but listen and see, because man is gonna try and make this into something what it's not. I am saying just a bit fair because more you stick to the Premier League. Because obviously that is not Suarez's best numbers wise. Suarez got to Barcelona and eclipse all of that. If me you want to do that, we'll make it be Barcelona versus that to him. So it's not a numbers thing, obviously. Seeing?
Yeah,
Let's say
but
the thing, we
Demo,
make it
use the
fair.
numbers. Use the
And
numbers.
we just
All
use
right.
the numbers there to make it
No,
fair.
but you
Because if you want to use numbers, we go Barcelona,
all right, use
83
numbers and go
game
Barcelona.
involvement.
Use numbers.
83 game involvement.
Use numbers and go Barcelona.
53 goals
You,
in about
all right.
40 goals in a
So
season in a La
answer,
Liga.
so let me tell you what
Hmm?
I'm going to use to score 53 goals in that Barcelona side is not as difficult as scoring the goals that Henry score and have the assists in the Premier League.
Okay, that's fine, but me know what you want to go through all of that.
But me
Because
can go
it's
through all of that
so
and dismiss the
unfair.
point. Yeah?
Because the man play with a side with Lundberg and
But
Patrick.
you bring up a Messi side with Jesus. Demo, you bring up a side that had Messi and
Neymar.
listen, you bring up a side with Xavi, Busquets, according to the people them, the greatest midfielders of all time. Busquets, Xavi, Iniesta, right? Puyol, the greatest defender, because everybody said the Spain team was one of the greatest teams. They said the 2000 Spain team is one of the, it's 2010 when they won the World Cup, is one of the greatest team ever assembled in football, right? Suarez goes to that team with Messi, Neymar, and then you're going to tell me about look who Henry had at Arsenal with Lundberg, and then you're going to, come on, man. Your peak is, it cannot be done when I score the most goal. Because, listen, that means this is what we have seen as Whisper is his best.
True.
That's it. That's it for Whisper. Because if Whisper don't score that amount of goal again and that amount of assists,
That's
his
saying peak performances.
best was when he was. That don't make any sense.
You
It
can't
must
use
be
statistics
over.
alone, man.
That's what I'm saying to him. You have to look at it. What was the person able to do over a period of time, not just game by game in a season? I know, sir.
Football become too individualized, man. But when you play with other people, you know, and a track can't be.
And next man, them on the conversation go a different place. Listen, they are exception to everything in sports, brother. So you will find some players who go beyond certain age, right? Roger Miller, for example, came to the World Cup at an old age. And people said that was the best of Roger Miller. You are going to find exception to every rule. But the general rule is that between the age of 24, M10 football, talk to me. At what period or what constitute the peak of a footballer? When does that begin? When does that end? What determines that? Brain drain. Big up brain drain. I'd see that.
Yeah, brain drain. I agree with that friend thing.
Right? Big
If
up
someone
Deemo
say
too.
no schoolboy peak and nothing after, I mean, I understand that. Then I get the opportunity for going else.
Is it peak the peak?
Or the
Having a good,
opportunity.
what I'm saying to people is that having a good season don't mean that you peak. You understand me? It doesn't mean that you peak. Me don't understand where people get that. You can have a son unseen that at 13 run a race and run a superb time. Right? They may not do that time again. But between 20 to 25, they consistently run a particular time. That is their peak.
Right.
So I don't understand. Like having an isolated season where you do well don't necessarily mean that that is your peak. You have to use other factors to determine it and look over a period of time. How consistent were you between the age of 24? Because that is what you're sold on in football. So between age 24 to, in other words, even in basketball, they have it. Between this age, they will say LeBron James have averaged this amount of points for 5 seasons in a row. Michael Jordan had this for 6 seasons in a row. You use season. You don't pick out an isolated season, because that means you're measuring the person on a game-by-game basis.
Brain drainer easy. Duklan attack it to the one is on.
No, man, Duklan. Listen, Duklan can type, you know. Duklan can type well, you know. But him not talk so well. He type. He want to type, you know. He not really talk so well. Yeah, listen, people, don't let nobody fool you.
All right.
Your best,
All right. You don't understand what we are trying
your
to say.
best season in football does not necessarily mean that it is the peak of your performance.
All right.
Okay? Your best season in football doesn't mean that it is your peak. You understand me?
Of course, it's game by game. Everybody have them different thing when them use man.
Eh?
You understand? Everybody have them thing when them use it. So
Well,
for them
it's a game by
rubric.
game.
Everybody have them rubric what them use. So
Yeah, I've seen. Listen, if peak is in sports, you know sports science at GC faster. And in sports science, they tell you when players peak. In other words, you know, for example, you understand, and I mean the coaches understand this, that when you buy players in football, you buy them at a particular age because you want to get the best years of your life. So that is why certain players are purchased.
science like that.
They know that if I buy you, because here's the thing, there are certain things that changes. When you get to a certain age, physical stuff changes. Your body change.
Mentally too. Physically and mentally.
Look what this man says. Look what you see what I'm saying? Your best season is not your peak season. You see what I'm saying? But tell us, say him talk things. So him want create things to tell people, because that him do, you know. And then say, no man, I try to be a give You understand me? You type well. Let me say it again. You can clip it. Your best season does not constitute that is your peak. Whisper had his best season in football
Life so far.
this season. That not. I don't think Whisper is even close to his peak yet. So for you to come and tell me that Whisper has peaked, it means that he cannot go. Your peak means you can't go any higher. You must start decline now, or you're going to have to stay here.
But highest performance don't necessarily mean say you get all the goals and all the assists. RR. Right or wrong, man, is man?
Yeah?
Right or wrong?
Yeah, no man. Does peak mean your highest point? So your highest, listen, Lord have mercy. Yeah. This is peak mean this is the highest you can ever go. So scoring the most goal in a schoolboy season doesn't mean that is the highest Whisper will go in football. How is that so hard to understand? So you are all convincing me that what we have seen of Whisper is the highest he will ever be. That's it for him. So there's no place else for him to go because he has peaked already.
You can't be use that neither. Because I'm going a better
No,
system.
man. Whisper has peaked already. Based on your theory of things, Whisper has peaked already. That's it for him. He has hit the ultimate, the optimum level.
Can't
He has
use that.
already hit there now at this age. So he's going to plateau and then decline. That
But
doesn't make any sense. Your best performance in a season does not constitute that you are peaking or that you're at your peak.
It's a Whisper peak in that league.
Me not want to pay attention to RR because RR a type on a show. So I tell you, not pay attention. Peak, highest you can perform. So it doesn't matter your age. What you see with a particular age group is always from a sample. What if a player only had 1 or 2 seasons? Then you have to use a block.
Right.
See somebody who talking sense. Yeah. This is, in other words, that is what you say. Listen, Whisper's best performance is better than many players of the past in schoolboy football. But this is not his peak.
Yeah, until you have a 9 sack.
His peak is where he ultimately reaches. And when he gets to that point, he begins to come down. If you want to say to me, this is the highest level of player we will see from Lionel Messi, and after this World Cup, he's going to either plateau or decline, fine. Or you can say to me, listen, Messi has been at this place from 2018 or 2014, and he has maintained this level of performance up to here in club and country. That's a different argument.
On his one, I cut out now, yeah?
Yeah, man. M10, you tell me, how many times do footballers speak? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to learn from you now. So you tell me. So footballers, so let me assume, I'm assuming by your question that footballers can have several peaks in their season. In other words, they can peak now, drop down, peak again, drop down, peak again, drop down, peak again, drop down, peak again, drop down. So if that is it, what? When was Messi's World Cup? When was Messi's World Cup mannings do tell? I not understand. Listen, I said before, I believe that the best years of Lionel Messi as a footballer was between 24 to 28. The best year of Messi career to me was between the age of 24 and 28. But Messi is so great that after 28, he still maintain a high level. So I consider Messi's best year, probably 23, I would go 24 to 28. That was the best period of Messi's football to me. So, I don't understand that. I don't know. It better somebody call in because too many questions. I don't understand some of the questions. I not like understand. I not like answer question where so somebody asked me when somebody just give it that Duckland. When was Messi's World Cup peak? Oh, so how peak works is that you have a World Cup peak, you have a league peak, you have a high school peak. Oh, okay. Me I learn, man. Yeah, man. So when we say Usain Bolt peak, him have a different Olympic peak from him World Championship peak, and him have a different peak for the Commonwealth Game. Him have a different peak for the Diamond League, a different. Okay. Now me get it. Now me finally understand what you say, Duckland. So for every league that you're in, you have a different peak. Okay, all right, not a problem. Totally get it. Big up yourself. That make a lot of sense. So football is depending on the league that you're in, you have different peaks. So every league you're in, you have a peak in it. Okay. Jeez and peace. So okay. All right. The general rule is in the sport of football, people peak, meaning at their best between a particular age. Because when you are 17-year-old, you can be doing really, really well, but you're not fully developed. When you're 30, certain things change biologically. So obviously certain things in a game, unless you are one of those superstar elite players like a Lionel Messi, most people change after a certain age. So there's a period of time when you perform consistently at your best. At your best, that period of time must be considered your peak. What period of time that is? And for sports in general, that is the sport of football. That is generally between 24 to 28. Oh, okay. Empty this in 20 to 30. Okay. I don't know if that is for Messi. Yeah. I'd say, yeah, man. So, but hey, listen, every day you learn, So, yeah, you understand me? Every day you learn. Every day you peak, yes. So, me learn something today. Every league you play in, you have a different peak in there. So, you can have a different peak. You can actually peak in schoolboy football and peak in corner league. And then you peak in major league and you peak in Premier League. And then you go to Europe and you peak and you go to, you go to World Cup and you peak and you just have different peak because a peak is anytime your best performance is your peak. Every time you perform. So if today you score 10 goals and tomorrow you score 10 goals, you peak. And then if you score 11 goals next day, that's how you peak. And if you score 13 goals, that's how you peak. So if you start out with 5, you peak. You peak when you score 6, you peak when you score 7, you peak when you score 8, you peak when you score 9, you peak when you score 10, you peak when you score 11. They just keep as you score your peak. As you score your peak. Peak. I guess defenders can peak because them can't. So when was Van Dijk peak? That what I don't know. So the people who don't score goal and those things. So let's look at when was Tony Cruz peak? Here comes Duckland. Go ahead, Mr. Duckland. Teach me.
Mr. Mannings, man. Get out your...
Yeah, so me right.
Take out your...
Yeah, notebook here. Notebook.
Are your pen?
Yes. Teach me.
You ready?
Yeah, peak.
I hope you can hear me because I'm driving.
Peak.
Let me ask you a
peak.
question.
No. Me want you
Let me
teach
ask you a question.
Go ahead. Peak.
Right? How do they determine that sportsmen, particularly footballers, peak in the age range that you mentioned?
So one,
How
because
they determine that?
all right. So one, they use you're maturing in terms of your knowledge of the game, because many people believe at that time your knowledge of the game improve, your physical build.
All right.
Hold
Hold
on,
on.
hold on. Let me give you them, and then you respond to them. One. So right, your knowledge of the game.
Cool.
One, right, because as you get older, how you think mentally in the sport of football generally gets better. All right, so you make wiser decision. Your physical body and build changes, because now as a teenager you don't lift as much weight to build up particular areas of your body. So you start out very skinny, as an example. By the time you get to that place, you would have been having the right nutrition, the right stuff, so you are going to be performing, right? The level of coaching that you're exposed to generally improves during that period for the professional footballers. Those things help to make you perform at your best between a particular block of your career.
So can I ask
So go ahead. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question now? So they checked the dietitian and said at this between this age range, this person should be eating that. And they check the what is they use? This strength, this amount of strength. So they go to the doctor. They go to the doctor and say, this person should be strong, the strongest in his career. So they peak? Or they look at the performance?
If they look at the performance?
The point I'm trying to make is all that you have said is moot unless you look at the performance. You don't look at what they eat or anything like that. It's all about their performance.
No, but what you eat,
let me say something now.
Go ahead, yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but you could eat foolishness if you're performing on the field, then that is your peak. You understand? No. Everybody has a peak, And as a matter of fact, if you should map out careers on a graph, and this is the field that I'm into this type of field, you will realize that it's not a straight line. So of course there are multiple peaks. The one that your biggest peak is what they use, and they look at the range and say, all right, generally, athletes between 24 and 30, so to speak, their highest point on the graph based on their performance, whatever their performance coefficient is. Well, if they're a goal scorer, we realize that they score
they become more
goals.
Clinical. Exactly. Like Luis Suarez is a good example of that. Luis Suarez, at this period of his career, like Deemo was saying, which is right, he became so good. Right. I mean, a good example is Brazilian guy that came to Chelsea, but he plays for Spain, center forward, Atletico Madrid. Oh, jeez, what's his name? Tall forward.
Atletico, you're talking about.
He played for Chelsea, but he's a Brazilian born. Diego Costa. Diego Costa had a 4-year period in his career at Atletico that he was probably one of the better goal scorers in Europe. All right, he came to Chelsea and had a couple of good seasons, and then his career went down, though he was still. So generally, in football, except for the exceptional players, most players begin to decline after the age of 30. One, because injuries begin to take a toll. When you play professionally, right, you become slow in terms of your movement. So except your footballing IQ is high. Go ahead.
Can I say something that might surprise you?
Yes.
The numbers that you are putting forward, they change over time as well, So somebody who normally peak in there between 24 and 30 in 1970, it's gonna be different in 2022,
because of course things have evolved. Things have evolved. So which is why probably like a Messi is able to maintain what he has for a longer period of time than if it were in Pele's time. Again, because a lot of the factors.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. No, that I
A lot
agree
of
with.
factors are involved in that.
Yeah, but what I don't agree with is because
Yeah.
here's where because you and I only differ on this, you know.
All right.
Here's what.
All
Here's,
right.
here-
Let's. Yeah, man.
here's
What you disagree with?
Here's why you and I differ with. I don't believe what Whisper did in the Manning Cup is his
Right.
peak. I think what Whisper did in the Manning Cup is his best performance in schoolboy football. But I don't think he has peaked yet.
No, but you see, my definition of peak and yours clearly different because I am. His performances today represents his peak. His career is very young. He has a career yet, you know. But if you're gonna plot that on a graph, he has reached his highest point today in schoolboy football. You know.
Okay.
And you have to take into consideration the competition. If that is why when you can have peaks in different competitions, I wouldn't expect you would go to Messi's schoolboy records to judge his peak. You have to use his club career. So anything it will. So he is at his peak. If he stays one more year and does better, then that will be his. And then if he goes to, if he goes into club football, we can't use schoolboy football to judge peak anymore because the variables change. We're talking about professional.
Right. You know what is funny? If Whisper goes to a club right now, say he's at Real Sociedad, right?
Right.
And I see him in his first season, and his numbers are low. You know what I'm saying? That I'm going to say it's not that he has fallen off. I don't think he has fallen off from his peak.
Because
exactly.
It does not necessarily mean that. No, so I agree. That is why I'm saying, yeah. But if he goes to Real Sociedad, right, and numbers are poor, he changes clubs, I don't know, Benfica or something like that, and the numbers increase, then he would have performed better at Benfica.
Totally,
so that would be his new peak.
That is where you and I different now, because maybe because of my definition of peak, because my understanding of peak is that period of your career when you have hit your ceiling. It's like you have maxed out. Like Usain Bolt had a period when he was going to hit record after record. After that, food and nutrition would not help him. He was not able. Usain Bolt, for example, is not one of those athletes who could have maintained his peak like a Shelly Ann Fraser. So if somebody said to me, listen, Shelly Ann Fraser maintained her peak for a longer period of time than Usain Bolt, and therefore I would give her the greatest sprinter of all time, I wouldn't argue with them, because it is true. All right.
I'm glad you use Shelly Ann, because if you should plot Shelly Ann's performance on a graph, you're gonna find she has multiple peaks. You can't tell somebody's peak based on how old they are because they can catch a wind. You never know.
No, well, I would say if I saw the graph that between the year, say 2015 to 2022, Shelly Ann Fraser Price was at her peak. And during that time, you're going to have bad performances, but it doesn't mean you're not performing at your peak because you more consistently do high quality times. Though you're going to have some poor runs, because a poor performance in a season or in a race don't mean that block up time is not your peak time.
You see, because
so maybe it's a definition.
What do you use? Do you use performances or do you use seasons? What is the unit of measurement?
All right, so let me give you my unit of measurement. My unit of measurement is your consistent performances over a period of time when all the things that are necessary for you to be your absolutely best you have. And this, I'm talking professional. So at the point when
Messi, but that kind of vague. Let me tell you what.
Let me break it down. So I have to break it down. So Messi, for example.
Okay.
Messi, when Pep came in, he had the players that changed his nutrition. Remember, Messi was having some issues in his childhood in terms of his legs and how they were. They did a lot of things. So when he
Mm-hmm.
turned like 23, 24, at that point, most of those things were rectified. He had put on some weight and strengthened himself. All right.
Right.
Between that period of time, he was the most dominant footballer around the world. Will he ever hit that again? I don't think so. I think though this World Cup performance has been good, right? In terms of Messi's best performance, I don't think it was at this World Cup. What you can say to me is like what you said. What he did at the World Cup is the best he has done at a World Cup. But this is not Messi's best season of football. It's not.
Well, you see, if we don't use, if we don't use clearly defined units of measurement, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to determine because you have to have a unit of measurement that is equal across the board. You know, we can't use a unit of measurement for Messi and then something else for somebody else. We have to say, let's look at season, for example. You know, for this the last 2 seasons, how has Messi been performing as opposed to the 2 seasons before? You know, is he performing better or not? Then we could have a more accurate, you know,
Yeah.
measurement. That is all I want.
Yeah, I think it's
So
gonna be yeah,
is it
and
is it
I do understand what you're saying completely. I do understand that, and
all right?
there's a valid point in it. But the challenge you're gonna have with that
I would love to
is
see that on a graph,
yeah,
for example.
exactly, because that's the only way.
I can
Because
do that. I can do that.
I'd love for you to do that,
I can
and
get
then
that. I can get that.
and then exactly, because here's the thing: when I track like Usain Bolt's career, when he was at his best, he had some bad races. For example, you remember he ran at the National Stadium in the trials,
Mhm. Right.
and then he didn't do well, but he went to the Olympics, right? So though I believe that 5-6 year period was his peak season of his career, he had some bad performances, but the good performances outweighed the bad performances. So I would say to you, he was one of the most consistent athlete during that time.
Mhm.
Right. So let's come back to
All right.
right. So let's come back to Messi.
And I have to go. I have a meeting.
Yeah.
But,
All right. Big up. Big up, Steady.
Yeah, we will talk. We will talk.
All right,
All right.
Steady. Yeah.
Cool.
That's the connection of the Stenets. Yeah, I understand me. Hey, Deemo, go sit down, man, and Piney, man, and go open at the group. Big up Foreign Spider. All right. I don't think this was Messi's. This was peak Messi. $90 odd goal calendar year. That is.
Sure.
All right. Yeah, we have an next caller. Caller, identify yourself. Sorry about that. I was on, Duklan was on. But go ahead and give us a name and that you go by and then share your thoughts.
Yeah, man, a Romanian one.
Big up.
Let's listen to your argument with the whole peak thing. All right. What is peak? Peak here is a unit of measurement of some processor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody doing something, no matter what you want to do, as an activity, can be measured. And generally, for you measure that activity is by using stats.
Yeah.
So if I'm on a run, I'm up in stats on the running track. He was to measure when he was the fast at time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the time. Because as Janet said, if you must plot a graph, you will sure when a person is over up that limit. You get me what I'm saying? Now, the reason why you can tell everybody say between this age and this age, I play a piece. It's because somebody thought that graph before. But what go on? That's when majority of a player piece. Because if I play football at 19, the competition when I play, you can judge him based on that level and say, yo, this level where he was playing, this was his peak. You get me what I'm saying? Also now I can say over a World Cup, over years of a man playing a World Cup, this was his peak World Cup because it's a baseline. You get me what I'm saying? we can say both speakers are this in his career because what? The career is essentially over. So far, Shelly and Keith, you can put a graph and see where she has the greatest, but we can. We say, truly say she peaked at this because what? Her career is over. So she still on that career path. Similar to a footballer, it can be at 30, he must be best at playing best football. I can say him out of the range, but statistics of measurement will show you that between this age and this age, a footballer generally peak. I get me say, and that's because they would have done the study and plot a graph. Various footballer. You get me say.
True.
So now a man peak performance is basically is when he's at his best doing that particular thing at this time. I get me say. So if you must look at Thierry Henry, our field career, when start out from our end, the photograph when him have it in best because he's scoring the highest number of goals, having the highest number of assists. And he's when he have the biggest influence on his team.
Yeah, but what you don't want to misdo is that listen, you can score. Like there are players who will score a lot of goals in a season. All right. But they have a season when they don't score so many goals, but have a greater impact.
Yes.
All right. So what you have to do is do this. So nobody is underscoring looking at the stats, But what you have to do is the consistency of those stats. So that is why I said, go ahead. Yeah.
Just like you mentioned now, we have within that player assessment, various things. When he have the greatest impact, when he have that. So that the graph would have, that the system would have.
Yeah. So you need, I agree with you, you need a graph to look at it.
Yeah. So when he have if he does not score more goals, but he have the greatest impact and whatever. But we looking at a player, you have forward, you have defender, you have goalkeeper, you have you get me I say? Each of them have a specific role within the team. You get me I say? So if you buy a forward, you depending on to score the goal, give you assist, impact on the team over that time. You get me I say? Now, as we say, a man not score no goals for a season. You get me I say? And have massive for a season, but in team win. And I want to look on him and say, although you know what that he have impact on the game. Me have to impact on the game. I agree. They have to impact on the game. A man may look on him and say this is not his peak season because what? You did buy him to score a goal. You get me I say? So him have a baseline. A man have a baseline as to what? How to measure this play. You get me I say?
Yeah.
You still have a baseline. So peak is a unit of measurement.
And then you have to, Color, there are so many factors you have to look at. Because some of these things are not. Because, listen, some of Wayne Rooney's best season at Manchester United is when he had to do more than scoring goals. So sometimes your role within a team is also important. And there are exceptions. And there are exceptions. No, man, we know, man. So, and there are also, like I said, exception to certain rules. There are some people, I will tell you this. One of the athletes that I can tell you, like a Messi has been able, I don't think the Messi that we see now at PSG and in the World Cup can be compared to the Messi that I am telling you, if it wasn't for a couple of the Argentinian forwards, Messi would have won the World Cup already. Messi, in that Barcelona team, was playing football out of this world. That is where the GOAT argument started. Because the GOAT argument didn't start based on Messi's World Cup performance. It started way before that. It started 4 years ago that this man is as good as Pele. Based on what? Based on his performance at his club over a period of time. It was no one season that anybody was looking at and said, you know that Messi scored 50 goals this season, so he's now a GOAT. No, they said, listen, from this man touched Barcelona from him at 24 up until now, the man has been dominating world football. It's over a period of time.
Yeah. So, all right, but you're going now? Within that period of time, but I put this away now. within that period of time, you're talking that he's playing his highest football. Within that period of time, he still have a peak in that period of time, you know that.
Yeah, man. So generally,
again, move it baseline and say, within that period of time now, what was his peak?
Yeah, so generally, you can say he reached his during his peak season. Here is his highest performance. He hit 100 goals.
Yeah. What I consider the peak of the peak then.
However you want to call it. Here's what I never like about the first conversation, because I am saying that I cannot use one season, because this all where this come from of Thierry Henry, and to say, okay, let's look at his 23-24 season when he scored this amount of goals and a this amount of assists. Okay, that was his best season. That was his peak. So let's compare it to Suarez's best season in the Premier League and see who performed, who was the better one. I am saying I can't use it like that. I can't do that because here's why. Here's why. No, man, but here's why I can't do that. Henry could have scored, because 20 goals. Henry could have scored 19 goals in the next season and had 10 assists, and that was better than the 20 and 20.
Yeah.
Better in terms of its overall impact and what he was doing outside of those things in the game. Like if he were the captain and under pressure and had to take on more responsibility, be a great. So all of those things must be in it. You cannot just isolate a season and assume that because this season have the best numbers, it must be his best season.
All right. So Deemo, what Deemo was arguing now. All right. So within his peak period, because what we assess him off his season within his peak period, right? So within Henry's peak period and Suarez's peak period, they would have a peak in those periods. They get me and say, that him again, and it's not essentially this end we are talking about. When he goes directly to the top, like it specific kind of performance within that peak. At the same, but at the same, explain more. Yeah, that's it. My explaining about. But you don't want it like that. You want it over a little period, but you might explain the peak within the peak period. They get me as that's the matter. Anyway, I'm going to listen to you.
Yeah. You don't say. Yeah, man. We are going to know, right? So let me give you know. All right. For me personally, right? Thierry Henry won the Golden Boot in 2021, 2022, right? He won it in 2023, 2024. He won it in 2024, 2025. He won it in 2025, 2026. So 4 years in a 4 seasons. Well, he didn't win it in 2022, 2023. So he in 5 years, Thierry Henry was the Golden Boot winner. All right. And in 2 of those seasons, he was the player of the season. All right. We're not talking about player of the month and all of them things. All right. That more if you understand. So what more I get to you know is hope I can get this right. So when I look at Henry, I want Deemo to compare Henry from his 2001 season to his 2006 season. Right? And during that age range, compare it to, to Suarez. That's simple. Dig me. Dig me. All right? So where are we going? Anyway, hey, people, say I and I got to go. So, big up on yourself every time. Listen, hit the like button, subscribe, share. I am Management. This is I Am Sure Sports. It was a good one. After a while out. You don't know. Lots of love, lots of respect. Thanks to everyone for being a part of the show. Thanks to all the super chats, super stickers, all the likes, all the shares, all the comments. Big up on yourself. Deemo, bless up, and the rest of the man, then big up on yourself, you know. You understand me? Understand me? You understand me? Bless up, bless up, bless up. See you on the next flight out of here. I am washing and I'm gone in. I am management. We're over and we are O-U-T. Out of here.